Probably not. Um, just helping them make sure it's set up. Um, Probably about it for that.
Okay. You come back. Sorry, got a really bad cough. Um, what do you do for your standard routine during the day? Do you got like a standard operating procedure you're going to have going on there? Because this is can take some time. I mean, like months and or years, maybe.
Oh,
This isn't going to be like you're going to find people in a few days. I want to set the expectations here after month one. So, what did you do your first month? Let's put it that way.
um, in that case, I'm going to do a lot of spell research. Um, I'll keep in contact through sending with Calibert and Ishida.
When possible.
Um, yeah, when possible. Um, let's see. I can't. I don't really have. Oh, hmm. I say, but I gotta stay nearby because I don't
The
know
one
when they're
mile
gonna.
radius, yeah.
Oh,
And you can't,
yeah.
and sporadically, you're aware of the alarm pylons that you guys set up.
Hmm.
It was dangerous getting those out there. It's not unusual to come across a couple groups every day you're out there of undead. Normally, they're fairly lesser undead that you don't have to worry too much about. But realistically speaking, um, they kind of, they ebb and flow as they're coming through the area.
Yeah. Um,
If you need me to
are
restore
they
it,
less active during the day?
it totally died.
No. Just the only thing that's less active in the day are the moving shadows in the area.
Okay. Um, I'm thinking if I'm feeling my oats someday, I might go try to um see about repairing some of the portals that go into the extra dimensional dimensions, like where the unicorns were.
Okay. Um, let's do your first day out there and see how that runs for you. Uh,
Discord, good morning.
howdy, howdy.
All right.
Here, I'll turn your speakers back on, honey.
That doesn't give me a microphone. Is that
No.
okay?
Yeah, I just figured that way you can hear what's being said.
Okay. Sorry, I took the battery for granted.
Yeah. You're gonna have to turn your speakers on. Is this the button for that?
Yeah, I could have done that. Yeah.
I can't hear if yours is actually coming on.
There it goes.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Yep. Your first day. You're trying to make it in now. I'm going to reactivate the Vigil map so that you can see it from your memory. Wow. Uh,
I'm supposed to open logged in a forge.
yeah.
I'm sitting here like a bump on a log.
It's okay. Actually, I'm not going to do the old city because you're going to be playing off of memory. So I'm
All right.
gonna I'm gonna let you guys use the the decimation map. That's the way this works. Sorry, I forgot to hide my notes on the screen. Had to run around and do that real quick. There we go. All right. Now they shouldn't be visible to you guys. Hey, you guys.
What?
Alrighty. This will be the starting area. And I will activate this scene because you are no longer aide de camp. Should be loading for everybody now. You'll be coming into the city. I think I turned vision off for this one so everybody can just see the full realm of devastation. There is not a landmark except the Tor left. And that is the center ice-covered stone platform. Otherwise, the light yellow to green stone are crevices that can be anywhere from 40 to 80 feet deep. You do not know what's at the bottom of those. The reddish-brown areas are what look like blood vines, or you know them better as leeching vines. They're very dangerous. Rubble is strewn pretty much everywhere. There are some walls. Those walls that are intact are leaning at about a 45-degree angle. So they look like they could collapse at any time. The river has been diverted. Remember there was a moat that went all the way around Vigil. Now what there is there is still a part of a river, but whatever happened here solidified other areas of it into ice. That's true of what was left of the little wharf area, but otherwise south is south here, north is north. It's still the same. There's just really no city left. I was trying to convey this to Jolie earlier. It's literally like Hiroshima went off here. There is only a few walls and a few buildings. They're closer to the walls, which these walls on the outer areas, like I'm going to ping right here and over here as well, those walls, there is some there are some homes left that are kind of standing. Most of the people who did find refuge early in the early days of this were there, but that's also where you have more of these undead. The undead type you have seen so far, Sorrel, are you've seen Festrogs, zombies, skeletons, and another type of undead, you're just kind of calling it a necro for no other explanation. They're very disgusting. If you've ever seen something that looks like some type of a warped undead in movies or things like that, where it's kind of human looking but more bone and just flesh, that's what these things are. Yes, a necromorph is a perfect example of these things. Yes, and they're so disgusting, they actually have an aura that nauseates you when you get close, because they are that reviling to see. So I imagine you're going to want to sneak in by the Tor. So your base is actually on this map. I'm pinging it right now. In fact, I'll draw everybody's attention to it. I think I can get you all to shift right there.
Yeah.
That is your base. You're on the other side of the river. I put it a little close. I wanted it on this map, but it's actually a quarter mile away from the town. So it's actually a little further down, but that was one of the areas it would actually stay in. Otherwise, it kept deleting itself.
I've just got a black map with like a white outline that says South Tor and
Yeah, that's kind of the south area of the Tor, stuff like that. Yes.
okay. I was saying my map doesn't look like much of a map.
Yeah. Looks more like a mass of colors.
No. It's black with like a faint, I don't know, like ripples in a pond.
Yes. Let me check and see if I'm going to drag you guys as player character icon over here just in case for some reason there's a...
I see this. I see full map.
Yeah, you should be able to see a full map. Can you zoom out by rolling your mouse in and out channel and see if that fixes it?
Yeah, I'm all the way out, and mine's black.
Like you don't have vision.
This map shouldn't require it. Let me double check and make sure that it's not requiring any vision whatsoever. Lighting, nope. Token vision's not. No fog of exploration. No darkness. I will drag you an icon here anyhow, just so that you have one. Chandler, maybe that'll work for you.
Okay.
And I'll make the token for this one able to see miles, so that's... Put you over by your base. We'll give you vision. We'll say it's... Did that do anything for you? And can you see your character now? I'll shift you to your character again. You're right there.
Yep, I see me, but I don't see any improvement.
Are you on Netscape?
Firefox.
Yeah, it might not be rendering the map well. You might have to reload. Let me see if I can...
Okay.
I'll bounce...
Reload.
Hold on. Before you didn't hit reload, did you yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, let me move us back to the camp, and I'll try to reload your screen real quick and see if that helps.
Okay. Yeah, I see the camp fine.
And then I'll bring you back here.
Nope, no change.
Huh.
Let me reload.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not seeing the map. Either way, if we have to, we can just do theater of the mind.
Yeah.
That works too.
I could also share my screen or something. It won't be perfect, but
I see the map you posted. That's
Okay.
pretty decent.
So you're coming directly from the south on the other side of the river. You figured it would be best to have the base over there because it would give you the ability of the undead not traveling across the river. It still does flow fairly well, and it's still a couple 100 feet wide at its largest spot. So
Okay.
your travel over to the other side, I imagine, is just going to be manual flying, just using your natural wings to get over there.
Yep.
Okay. Your first couple hours on the other side. As you're landing on the other side, you can see what looks like Griffin flying from the area. He's coming down towards the southern road that used to be
Okay.
there, or that wall area that's on the southeast or southwest side. He lands over by there. It doesn't look like he spotted you, but it looks like he's still patrolling the area. You can see clearly in the smoky kind of light and gloomy light of this area that he's wearing the symbol of the Whispering Tyrant, and he's riding on an undead griffin. You get a knowledge religion on the creature so that you know what it is. That is a winter rite on the back of an undead griffin. Winter rite is a creature who, or a being that died in an immense amount of cruelty and cold. They come back as a type of undead rite it's strong enough to stand toe to toe with a cloud giant and punch it out. Its abilities are not only just its freezing touch, but its energy drain ability. If it touches you or hits you, there's a probability that it'll be able to damage you that way. Otherwise, besides that, it emanates an aura of cold in about a 20-foot radius that will constantly do damage to anybody around it, especially exposed flesh. If it kills you, you instantly rise as a right under its control. It's worse than a vampire because it is literally the next round you rise. And there's a probability you retain your abilities when you rise as well. So as it goes as creatures, he would be a step above a lich.
Ow.
Yeah. And he's on the back of an undead griffin as well. It looks like he's packing some other magical gear, and it's obvious he's wearing the symbol of the Whispering Tyrant. So your belief is, seeing the way some of the undead are moving, the city is still under a type of control. It's just not under mortal control anymore. It seems the Whispering Tyrant has taken the city, and he's not letting go of it. So that would mean the cult that is the Whispering Way, which he was part of and their head member, claim this city as their own. The difference is it's not a living city, it's an undead city. So that makes travel through here fairly difficult. You're imagining there's still going to be mindless undead running around, and that there wouldn't be any directed actions against anybody unless you were noticed. There is a percentage chance. You do notice at this time that the frosting glow that you see normally on him, because he kind of radiates this aura of kind of steam, cold steam that flows down in about a 20-foot radius around him. You watch it waver for a moment, and then it kind of vanishes. You think that means a wild magic area is moving through the area. So he's even affected by the wild magic zones. Didn't seem to slow him down, though. It's not like he's a beast of magic that would be stopped.
Right.
Are you pushing in towards the Tormor? Take you about 3 hours of cautious movement to get there at best. Speed.
Yeah, I'll push
Okay.
carefully.
Do you have any power suits up?
Yeah, I'd be recasting blur and invisibility.
Okay. You notice as you're moving through the area, you're not very stealthy. Rocks do move. You watched him shoot over and look that direction. His head actually moved. As you watch the griffin crawl down the side, almost like a spider, the way it's holding onto the broken wall. And it's kind of looking around. You stop and freeze up against some debris. You see it look around, but he's still a couple 100 feet away. So you know you're outside of his sense of living range for sure. It looks around. A few more rocks kind of fall in another area. You see the beast kind of turn sideways that way, and then you hear this kind of like a gurgling sound as it rises up and takes off. He didn't see you. Then he goes about what looks like he's flying a patrol, literally. You wait for him to go by a few minutes, actually more like half an hour, and he's out of sight. And then you start moving again.
Okay.
Less than 2 hours later, another encounter. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You come around what looks like the debris of one of the buildings. You're right now making it towards the outer. This would have been by Vigil, you would have think this area would have been part of the crafters outside the religious sector, because the southern Tor area was the religious district to Iomea, and that's where the great cathedral was at. You're still probably about 4 blocks away from that area. So what you're going over, this rubble here, was once the dock area to the City of Vigil. So literally the explosion was so bad, it covered the entire area with debris that actually closed off their wharf, and there's no sign that there was ever a dock here at all.
Wow.
That's what you just crossed over. You see in part of the area where the docks might have been, there's a crevice that's easily 300 feet long that goes down maybe 80 to 90 feet, and there is a green and reddish glow coming from it and immense smoke billowing up. It's what's kind of forming the cloud in the sky that keeps this place perpetually in a gloom-like state and preventing sunlight from coming through. As you're closer to it, you can see the symbols that every once in a while float up in the smoke itself. So there is active magic going on down there. But what's weird about it is the symbols even seem to be distorted themselves. They're not like a magical symbol you've ever seen used before for any of the schools. And since you really don't focus on a school, you know all of them fairly well. But you notice coming out of that crevice is what you see is maybe first a dozen Festrogs, and then another dozen come out. And then you see what looks like another dozen of them. So literally 36 of these creatures come crawling out of the pit, and you see them kind of scurry out. They actually scurry on all fours because they're humanoid. They're wearing standard peasants' clothes, but their spines are arched up, and they got bones that protrude out their back, out of their emaciated body, and they run like dogs versus running like people. And you see them kind of scurry out and move off into the streets. And that's just several hundred feet away from you. I don't think any of them will notice you, but we'll do the perception check. Nah, they run off totally a different direction. And it looks like they're aggregating over by where the inn used to be at. They're running towards that eastern gate area, if there was still an eastern gate.
Okay.
You travel another 2 hours. Yep, all right. Same thing again. This time you come across same amount, exact same amount of Festrogs. But these are a little closer towards the northern section of the Tor, the area you're wanting to go into. You don't see any other larger creatures about. You've seen off in the distance a shadow, and that shadow's bigger than the rubble piles itself, so you're thinking it's a giant of some type. You've seen what looks like a desiccated carcass of an owlbear, but it was obvious it was tore apart by necrotic energy, but something else smashed it. You think it was a club of some type, you're not really sure. But something smashed it to pieces, and there's only parts of it. But you could see that there's still a taint of this green slimish energy all over it, which is this kind of same green slime you see on the rocks by the crevices as well. You're now at the area which is close to the Tor. You're in the religious sector now. There's nothing left here. There's only some battlements and some of the flying buttresses, but shattered on the ground, that were once part of Iomea's temple. Literally, that 4-block long, 2-block wide cathedral has been left nothing but bricks and stones and ruined pieces of buttresses that are laying haphazardly about. Some of them are embedded in other stones several blocks away. So it's obvious from your understanding that this area is where part of the explosion went off. Do me a favor. Actually, I'll do this. You're doing this exploration on the 2nd month and the 15th day. Okay. You've made it to this base of the tour. You can see up the about 120 foot high cliffside where the castle and the Tower of Iamea used to sit. There is none of the towers left. You can see what's laying on this cathedral area is parts of what look like they were once golden bricks. They were of an older stone, not of the white marble that the kind of standard parts of the city were made out of. This must have been that older building that you went into where the archives were hidden, because remember there was a catacombs area below where you went in to actually do your studies to figure out where Thomas was at and going through all their old records. When you would go into the main castle past the four towers into the area where the prosenetaries did their training and studies at as well, you went into a large white tower, and inside there was an old tower. It was maybe 2 stories tall, and that was the original Tower of Iomea that she used during the First Crusade that had become a holy site. Those are the bricks of that building you're walking by right now. Also, that ruin is strewn all across the southern side of the tour as well. You can see a half shell of the original or the outside white tower that was 5 stories high. You see 2 stories of it left as a semi shell that maybe only has a 1/5 of a wall that's standing up that high. The rest of it is just blasted stone all about it. The barracks, the mage training area, those are flattened. There is like just rock up there. But you do also see that there seems to be something moving around up there, kind of like a black shadow. You can do a perception. You hear a faint Ustalavian slang going, I knew that this was here. I remember it for the time with that other group. You hear, boy, you better not be lying to me. You hear it go say, no, father, I've learned my lesson. It was around here. I didn't stay long, though. I departed as soon as your ambassador came to town. You recognize the first voice that said, not the one that said, boy, don't lie to me, the first voice? That's Ikvanova. That was the hungry hand monk that.
Hungry Hand monk that did what?
Yeah. Hmm.
I'm sorry, it cut off for me.
To be honest, if Roche is talking, I can't hear him at all.
Hey, how's that? Sorry, I guess mine
Oh,
did
there
it
you go.
too. Mine was plugged in all night as well. Jeez, look at
Oh,
that.
wow.
Yeah. Okay. I guess maybe I will be looking into that 300-hour one, because this one didn't even last a half hour after sitting all night. Okay. You recognize that voice as being the voice of Ikvanova. He traveled with the party for a little while. He was a hungry-handed gnome Dempir that came from Ustalov. And
Oh,
and if you remember, he actually left because a Nosferatu sent by his father was hunting for him. And he left because he didn't want to get caught or cause problems to the party. You believe, it sounds like from what you're hearing now, he's back in line with his father for whatever reason. But you always knew Ivanova wasn't really good or evil. He followed more laws than anything else. That's all he cared about. So,
Interesting.
so it sounds like they're looking for something up there on top of the tour as well. Now, you do know that Ikvanova's father is one of the lord types from Ustalov, And you do know that he sent a very powerful very powerful Nosferatu that was actually possessing individuals and moving through a possession process. And he was really powerful, if you remember that as well. You guys thought you could kill him.
Oh yeah.
You guys thought you could kill him, but he was a possessing Nosferatu. So he would jump from body to body. And even then, you guys were kind of like, not sure how easy of a fight that would actually be. And now that wasn't that many levels ago. So we're not talking about like 10th level or anything. We're talking that Nosferatu was, you guys figured out, was a creature comparable to a rune giant in skill and power, but worse because of his ability to possess, which means he could possess one of your allies or even yourself.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
he had possessed the
War mage.
familiar.
Yeah, the familiar of the prosenatari of the war mages, the war council mages.
Yeah.
So
Just still looking.
are you going to try to make it up on top of the tour now?
Not with them there.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like they've got some other types of, and you notice that with your perception, that he is not wearing his standard tabard he was wearing before. He is wearing a tabard of the Whispering Way. That means they all probably fell under control of the Whispering Tyrant since he's obviously out now. Don't fuck with the true king, right? He'll wish you
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Now, the problem you've got now is to get here is taking 7 to 8 hours. That guy's pattern coming back, he may be coming back by the area you're going to go through. Are you going to keep going? Because if that wild magic zone is over the area you just came through, your invisibility is going to go off. And you don't have any real sensors or feelers out to know in this area if the wild magic zones are moving through.
Yeah. I'll try to just keep with the cycle, and I mean, if that takes me to the outside of the town, like even if it's on, like the north side or whatever, that's fine. Then I'll just circle. I'll go wide around the town.
Okay, not go into the town proper, just try to make your way outside the town.
You know what I'm saying, right? It's like, so if I came from the southeast to the center,
Right.
and I followed, where the magic was working or whatever, if I can keep following that pattern, and spit me out anywhere out on the outside of town, that's fine.
Okay, yeah, because right now where you're at, if you're looking at the map that was posted, if you're still not able to see it, that round blue circle in the middle with some gray in it, that's dead center in that is the tour, what's left of it. You are on one of the actual kind of tannish parts that's right below the gray stone.
Okay.
So you're in between a red vine patch, and you've been staying away from those because understand those things are like living creeper vines. So, and fighting those off would probably require you to use spell power, which would be noticed most likely if wild magic allowed it.
Right.
So in that, so far you're going to either backtrack or you're going to follow along that gray, try to scoot along an outside realm and hit the outer edge of the town. Is that what you're wanting to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me.
All right, you'll do that. You make it towards the outskirts of the town. You avoid the creeper vines. You did see 1 to 4 hordes. You saw one horde that was actually towards the northeast. That was a horde of about 200 of those Festrogs. They seem to be moving through the vines. You watch the vines grabbing hold of them, kind of like a sticky web, but it quickly let go. Obviously because there was no nourishment for it to get from it. But you did see the way the vines work. They rise up like almost veiny tentacles that shoot out these barbs, which are like giant talons that are hollowed and it looks like they poke into them to try to see if there's blood for them to drain out.
Is that like devil snare stuff?
Ew.
Yeah. And I can't underplay this too much. These vines cover city blocks, multiple city blocks. So they're not just small patches you can dance by. You literally have to go around city blocks or over crevices to get away from them because of the way they're growing. And it looks, when you're closer to them, you can tell that they're actually comprised of what's left of the flesh of some of the people. So they're more like a gibbling mother turned into a vine than they are really a vine. If you remember what those kind of creatures look like, they're kind of like a warped flesh thing. Yeah, so they're pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
You make it towards the outer edge, and you can see the river. Are you going to cross the river, or are you going to stay on this side of the river and kind of go where the castle side moat used to kind of be and go around? Because there's no sign of the east gate, west gate, or north gate. You've done this orbit before when you put the pylons in. There's nothing left of those portals. There's not even magic in those areas. Some of them have a permanent dead magic reason over them. And it might have been because of the portals. But you remember, if you think about it, the barracks and the training facilities were extra dimensional pockets themselves, a demi-plane. But those demi-planes realigned to the gate that those individuals needed to leave out of. So the more powerful magic, or the demi-plane itself, is not located at the gates. It would be on the top of the tor. And then their doorways were realigned by the individual gates that the riders or mages needed to leave out of. Think of it like a Stargate. But the main gate is actually up there on top of the tor to the demi-plane.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but you do a circumference around. We'll say you do a circumference around there. No more encounters. You see them, but they're not close enough to where you need to worry or make actions to avoid. You see that there's a total of, in this, you saw 3 of the Griffin Riders at one time. That's the most you've seen. You did see maybe a dozen giants, undead giants. They are either fire, hill, or stone. And then I'll give you a percentile chance that you saw something else that would catch your interest on this tour around the buildings again. Now this is going to take an entire day and part of another day. So.
Okay.
You do see it. You see what looks like a wraith, but it's the size of a giant. And you noticed it moved by the tor, like it was making haste to go there. It was incredibly fast. The thing that made it kind of stand out was, one, you'd not seen a wraith that tall, because it was huge. And second thing is, it had an unusual device on its back. You hadn't seen one of these kind of weaponry before. Imagine a large flat blade that has what looks like embedded black stones, like on its teeth to it.
That is unusual.
Yep, looks like a giant sawtooth blade, but it's a type of weapon you've never encountered before. Okay. You make it back to your base.
Ew.
Gonna wait for alarms to go off before you try going in there again.
Yeah, for
Okay.
yeah.
8 days later, 50% that the dead magic's in that area or not. Let's see. Low. Aha. Doesn't happen that day. Next day, low. Next day, low. Next day, low. Okay. On about the 7th day, you start getting a pinging sensation. You know there is something moving. You're going to have to focus kind of hard on where exactly it's at. you focus on it and you realize it's coming from the north. So it's that northwestmost pylon, and it's an
Okay.
Asmir. Your alarm is telling you it's an Asmir. Is in the area.
Okay. I'll grab one of the backpack kits
Okay,
and start going
that way.
up. Yep.
Okay, imagine you're going to go the safest route you know how, which is on the outer skirts of the town, and then make your way in.
Yep.
I will need you to roll first 2 12-sided dice. Okay. You come in across the frozen. Are you flying or walking? What is your preferred mode of travel? Is it
Over the swamps and water, it'll be fly.
ice as well?
Um, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pull you here. Okay, I'm going to drop an icon for you, Sorrel. This is the area that you know is covered by the alarm that you're moving into. Let me give you an icon.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to cut your vision sight down. I think it kept it. Oh, no, that's good. So it's somewhere around in here. Let's do your encounter check right off the get-go here. Yeah. No fun for you. What did you get? Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, that's no fun. You feel an intense wave of cold coming from the area. I will give you a perception check immediately. Oh, nice one. You see some stones. You've seen these before. It's what your group has used to denote that they're in the area and that they've come this way.
Hmm.
You guys used these when you were in the Witchgate area. In case you guys were to get separated, you were to use these. It was part of your plan.
Clever.
With your roll, you're fairly positive that this is Jolie's waymarkers.
Okay.
So somewhere about in here. Question is, where is a good question. You're figuring it's probably somewhere within this block area that he was last in this location. You can't tell from time how old this marker is. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Then I will try a discern location.
Ah. Okay, that's a good one to do. Let me roll percentage first. There's only a 25% chance there is a wild magic region active in this area. 20. Sorry, dude. Give me a nice percentile roll. This is the one thing I did not get a table created for. So I have to look it up every time. There's a lot of things in there. Got a 25, huh?
Yep.
Okay. 25, the caster is affected as if he was the target of the spell. You know you are standing right here. Without a doubt, you know you're standing here.
You found you.
Shoot.
It's an intruder! Kill it! Kill it! Sorry. Got carried away.
Let's see. I'll wait a few minutes and try again. Is there a way I can well, I mean, like we did earlier with the rocks or something, of course.
You could do orisons, and that would let you know if it's in the area. Because if you do an orison,
yeah.
So I'll give you your intellect there because I know you don't live in a world where these kind of things can happen. Your character does, so he would use his lowest spell most likely going forward as a way to tell if magic's happening bad. Now there's still the chance, regardless of the orison, that you're going to get a bad effect back. So,
Right.
So you wait a few minutes.
Too hard.
Yeah, I'll wait a few minutes.
Okay. Okay. And you cast an orison?
Yeah, I'll just do like prestidigitation, try to clean my boot or something.
Okay. How many exact minutes do you wait?
Have I been able to tell?
They
No, I suppose not.
sometimes they'll park in an area for a day. Other times
Oh, wow.
it'll move through fairly quickly like it's a wind from a storm. So, and I handle that by random rolls.
Yeah, I don't know, 5 minutes.
Okay. Roll percentile again. It's still here after 5 minutes. 57. Oh shit. The area of your spell, your boots, are filled with daylight. So it gets really bright on your boots. Which in turn...
Well, I'll sit on me sitting on that boot.
Yeah. You're definitely on that boot. You hear a bit of sound for a moment. And you see...
Kitty doing her theme music.
Heck. This is weird how it's acting like this today. I prepped some things, but I didn't realize the weird thing about Foundry, as I'm setting something up, is if you click on the wrong image, it automatically assigns it to its token. So if you change your primary image, your token doesn't change without changing the prototype. And yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that can be a pain sometimes because I accidentally clicked on a dog. So I pulled a creature out, and I'm like, well, that dog's not really ferocious. At this point, we're both going to do initiative.
Uh-oh.
Alrighty. Oh, no. Delete one of those. For some reason, it's wanting to give a couple of those. Oh, it copied you. That's weird. Made a whole bunch of Sorels all over the place. My,
Best thing about me is there's so many of me.
yeah, I hear ya.
I'm just gonna leave for a minute or so. But I'll be
Okay.
back.
Okay. Okay, start combat. You see a figure come out to here. The figure you see come out, I will give you a knowledge check on.
Okay. Which knowledge?
Religion. You'll be using that one a lot. Oh, damn. Look at that crit. That's a
Yeah.
Bodak. That is a Bodak. It has a gaze ability. It's what it is it's these creatures normally roam the abyss, but they're known to fester in places of great evil and great undeath caused by necromantic energies. What you know about Bodaks is they have a gaze ability, that creatures that are within a kind of medium range of them, that if they look upon you, they can actually drain levels from a distance from you, and you'll incur negative energy damage from that. Otherwise, besides that, they're a minor creature compared to how powerful you are, but they do have a damage resistance to regular effects, and you would also know that they're immune to electricity, and they have undead traits. They would have minor resistances to acid and fire as well, but their weakness is sunlight. You know that. It burns them if they even get anything around it. So it'd be kind of cool if your boot kept glowing like daylight. I mean, hey, but it went out because it's an Orison.
Yeah.
But they are a creature that's vulnerable to it. My range from you. Let's see what that is. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do my simple measuring stick. He is too far away. I've done his move. That's his round. Another one comes out of the rubble as well. Your turn. Possibility dead magic is still up is pretty high, but you could test again.
Yeah, I'll test again.
Okay.
I do not want to get close.
Okay. You do an orison, and it goes off as you wanted it to. So if it was clean, your boot's clean.
Okay.
That did require one of your actions to do the orison, though.
Right. So let's see, he's there.
You know they're not very fast, too, by the way.
Okay.
They're about as fast as Darmus. That's saying a lot.
They have a diet of Twinkies.
What's that?
A diet of Twinkies.
Yes. Diet of Twinkies.
um. For what it's worth, I'll try to get some cover.
Okay, you're going to break into a building? All right.
Oh, I thought that was.
It is
looks
open.
like it's already broke.
It is. You can go right into it.
Okay.
Sorry, you're entering into that building there. That'll give
Yep.
you partial cover. So,
Yep.
or if you take a few more steps, you can have full cover from them. They would have to come into the building. They're not incorporeal, so that you know that they can't walk through walls and stuff like that. So,
Okay. Well, I don't want them that close, so I'll go with the partial cover.
okay. Another one comes out. Stops there. Round 2. He's going to do his 40. Other one will do the same. Keeping pace as they come down the walkway to try to get at you. That was our move. Now it's your turn again.
Hey, that's entirely too close.
25%. Oh, nice. Okay. As you step into this building, I will give you a. I don't really say it was a perception check, but when you came around the wall here, you actually kicked over some more stones. You think those might have been stacked as well?
Okay. Oh, that's right. That's not enough. I'm gonna use. I don't think it's in this list. I don't. Orb of light.
Okay.
So. Yeah. water. So I need to do a range touch to attack.
Okay, what spell did you use?
Orb of Light.
Okay.
And that has against undead, that'll be 15d8.
Okay. Range touch on the which one? Top or bottom that you see?
Top.
Okay. His touch armor class is a 13, so you hit him. I have no spell resistance, so you can give me damage. And does it do double damage to creatures sensitive to light?
No, the damage just goes from a d6 to a d8.
Okay. He's D8 then if you didn't do that. You did D8 already? Okay, yeah. That
I did,
really screwed
yep.
him up. That you watched that rip a good 30% of his, or more than 50% of his body away. Did massive damage to him, but they're undead. They're not susceptible to
Oh,
massive
come on.
damage.
Yep.
Okay. Jolie, are you back?
Yep.
Could you do a perception for me, please?
Hold on. What?
I did not see that roll, unfortunately, because it's made private.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I need to change that. My bad. Can you see it now?
Yes. You hear creaking above you, and it sounded like some incantation. Somebody was actually casting. You're fairly sure you recognize the voice, but you're not sure if it was Azek's voice or Sorrel's voice. It definitely wasn't Kitty or Darmus.
Okay. I'll start to creep up the stairs towards that. Try and see who it is.
Okay.
Will not reveal myself yet.
Alrighty. Are you going up to your trap door then?
Yep.
Alrighty. I will. Tell me if you can see the map now.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know where I am, but I can see it.
There.
Right.
Sure your vision's up. Okay, it is. Okay, here we go. I'm going to enter you into this as well and put you at this initiative modifier right now because it was right after Sorrel. I don't know why it says you're dead. Let's remove that. That was weird. It likes to do that. Here we go. You did a move action to come up the door. You see Cyril. You see the light ripple off him for a second as it flickers around and shoots off. Looks like he just shot an orb of light at something down the street.
Okay.
You still have a regular action you can do. You notice he's got backpack swung over his back too.
I'll open the trapdoor a bit more. And so I'm sort of trying to get his attention.
Let's see. We will do the. Yeah, you hear a Chandler.
Okay, I'll turn and look.
You see part of a head poking up through some rubble that looks like it was covering part of a trap door.
Nice.
Sorry, is that you?
Yeah. Boy, am I glad to see you.
Glad to see you as well. What's going on? And I'll put the trapdoor down, but not lock it, obviously. You need to get back in as well.
Okay.
Got a backpack of gear for you. I don't know if you want to. There's a couple things out here I'd rather not fight if we don't have to.
Follow me. As long as they don't know where you are, just follow me, and I'll just open the trap door for them.
They know where I'm at.
Okay.
They know where you are. Right.
Another one moves up. Round 3, another one moves. I'm within range now.
Lead them. Try and lead them into here, and we
It did
can
not
ambush them.
It did not give him the ability. I love it when it doesn't import them right. Okay. My gaze. You have a DC Fortitude 18. Sorrel, I am targeting you with my Death Gaze, which does negative energy damage. Fort save 18. So you're trying to run around a corner. I do have a 20% miss chance. You did not get the miss chance, so. Nice save. Okay, the other Bodak. He's going to try too, so I'm within range. Save again. Pew pew. Made it. You see dark rays of energy bounce off the walls. Okay, now it is your turn. Now, you will break line of sight when you go around the wall towards the trapdoor. They may not see it. There's a possibility. Depends on how good their perception abilities are, or actually their survival skills are to track you after that.
We can trap them in further back into the building if you want to get rid of them.
Well, can we get out?
We can go down the trap, but they're going to be able to search this area. They may find it. That's my concern.
You know Bodaks aren't too smart. They probably won't look. They'll look like with their visual. If they don't see anything, they'll keep moving, looking for you that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Follow me.
Yeah, I'll follow.
So you guys go down the trap door?
Yep, down the
Right.
trap.
You both go down
Look.
there.
Close it up as well.
Okay. One moment, please. Hate it when it's being fucking. You guys should have a new scene loading for you. You guys come
Right.
down into the lower bowel area of this once barracks. You block and lock the door above. It actually is a very secured iron wrapped wood. So the Bodax,
Okay.
there is a very small chance that they look for you. It would be a 1 or a 2 on a 20-sided dice. They got a 7. So you hear footsteps move by. After about a minute, no more footsteps. You literally gave them the slip. They do only have a 6 intellect. I mean, Darmus is a little smarter than them, but not much. So it's that easy to hide from them. Just saying.
We'll remind Darmus if we see him again.
Yeah, it looks like Jolie found a nice little hideout here. There's some food and water and barrels and crates. Looks like he was styling. It looks like he's been here for a bit, though. You can smell a smell towards one of the back corners. It's probably been used as a porta potty kind of thing.
Mi casa es su casa.
He gives you the bag, and I will just allocate
Yep.
that to you. You gave him
Cool.
one of the standard backpacks, right?
I did.
Okay, so we will give you these.
Some gear for you.
I just dropped a backpack into your character. You should be able to open it up, and there's stuff inside of it. You can take it out and put it as your character as you want. If you want to wear it, equip the armor. If not,
Okay. I'll offer him, because I can't really. I don't think I can use the healers kits. The 6 healers kits I've got.
okay.
I don't know whether Soriel can. So
I can try.
okay, I'll give you 3 of them then, just in case.
Yeah, okay.
And you can take a pick of a heavy flail or a battle axe if you want.
I got my staff. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. When
So
did you get hit?
A month ago.
When did I get here?
about a week ago.
A week for me.
Yeah.
Standing outside, naked. And I'll point to the fact that I'm wearing a loincloth.
Oh, there's.
Turn around, it's like 5 feet behind me, freaking out. They asked me, sir, you in the hospital?
You, please, Tim. You guys grab the stuff in the gear. A few minutes later, you hear a loud thumping sound from outside. It's one of the giants walking by. That makes the beams in the upper roof kind of shake a little bit. Dust settles down over the area. You realize the floor, because of the damage, is not as strong, so it can't withstand a giant walking over it. He'd probably fall through. You wait a little bit of time, and you guys figure this is the best case to get out of Dodge. So I'm going to move you guys out of this area. You do still have the smart location marked in case you need to come back here for some reason. Or if you find yourselves looking for somebody else and you need to run and you're in this district, this would be a good place for you to hold up at if you're running from other things. So
Okay.
I'm going to move everybody back over to the actual camp.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody should be back at the camp. Now I'm going to ask you guys, time's going to slowly pass by for you guys. Is there anything major you want to do over the next 2 months?
I'd like to start retraining, actually.
Okay. What class do you need for your retraining?
I want to do a stalker from the Path of War book.
The what book? Is it a
It's Path of War,
Piazzo
is it?
publication?
Yes. Well, it's a Dream Scarred publication.
I don't have. In my games I don't use any third party, so no third party content. It's only Piazzo from the existing Piazzo books, and no third parties because a lot of the third party guys is so unbalanced. It's really rough. So, and if
It's
I
the same people who did the Soul Knife, you see, so I thought that would be fine.
Yeah, but there's no mod for this. I checked.
yeah.
Foundry doesn't have a mod. You'd have to rebuild everything.
Yeah, and if there's something like that, I'm more than welcome to give somebody a partial DM's right to help build some of this stuff. But first, I need to read over the whole thing and see how it balances in the world first. And then there's another part of it too. You need the money for retraining, and right now you guys have no cash, so retraining can't start until you get cash back. So the only person that had an access to do some retraining was Azek because he had cash on him. He had almost everybody's cash really, and he had several years to park and train these kids that they had to train. So everybody else has got to wait until you get money to do this. And right now, the only money is what money Sorrel can give you that he got from probably borrowing from somebody else. So otherwise, is there anything else like getting gear, making weaponry? The dwarves did leave you a forge area and crafting equipment to make any weapons or armors you would need as well. So if there's any of that you want to do, go ahead and just whisper me a text of things that you would like to build over the next couple months. We can do rolls at the end of it to make sure that you have it. Or we can do them very quickly so you have it when the next alarm goes off, which is 3 months later. So snows are beginning to accumulate on the ground in this area.
If you want to chat about Path of War, I made quite a few classes, few characters. That I'd say several or a couple. And I really studied that book.
I've had a look at it, yeah, and so I know a bit about it, but
I have to read up on it, guys. So
yeah.
I'm offering both.
Any alternative rule system books that you guys want to use, you've got to give me at least a month's notice on so that I can read. Period. Otherwise, choose a different class, and it's just that simple for me as a DM, because there's so much to run at a 20th level game and 18th level game that you got to give me a lot more than a session's notice that you want to do Path of War. Send me some links. Send me some of the things that you're asking questions about that could be different than the way they ran in the game before. The way I kind of look at it is we're as a club. If that's okay, you want a Path of War character in there, that's fine. But what you got to realize is when you add these classes, I'm adding these to the monsters as well. So is there a possibility you'll come against a Grave Knight that's actually got some of the abilities of a Mystic, a Stalker, a Warder, or a Warlord? Absolutely. It's only fair because it would be in the world. So you got to understand that once you guys bring in new characters into my world, forever do these characters now reside in the world that I play. So you won't just see them in this game. You'll see them in any other Pathfinder game we play as well. And that's why we always talk about what's balancing for the game and what's balancing for the characters, because some of these things can be so unbalanced, and I know you guys know that. So but let's just table it for now. The biggest part is the money for retraining, so it can't happen till you guys got the cash. So, and it is very expensive to retrain. So
well, I was going to ask because obviously I got some stuff, didn't I? So
no, right now you don't have any. You don't have any money right now.
No, I got a couple of flails, didn't I? Master's crafted flails, and
yeah,
I didn't know whether you could use them to retrain them. I don't know how it works.
Actually, all you have to do is Google Pathfinder retraining, and there's actually a price for it, and it's pricey. So
it would take roughly 50k for you to retrain without a trainer.
Yep.
Or more.
Yes.
Question?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hear me. For example, my character got a weapon.
Uh-huh.
She clearly doesn't know how to use?
Right.
Is that a retraining?
No, that's a unproficient weapon use is all that is.
Okay.
But the one thing is, with your bard being such a high level, that once your bard's available, you can actually emulate the classes they need for retraining as well.
Oh, okay.
Because of your advanced skill set, and because if you're able to retain some of your abilities, not the capstone abilities, but the other ones, you can emulate almost any class,
Oh, okay.
which is kind of nice with a skill check and a performance check.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, we probably do need to do more searching because we're going to need to find more food because I've got 12 days. I don't know whether you. Cyril's got
Your
any food.
backpack should have 10 days worth of rations in it. There's also 20 field rations. Sorrel brought a total of 70 standard iron rations, 20 regular rations, and also a cook kit as well. So you notice when you guys get back to this place, Sorrel's got 6 other backpacks sitting there and a trail box inside this building as well. So
Okay.
So we
And
will. You're getting
we can
ready to
make it-
burn off 70 more days or 60 more days of food minimum. So
Okay. No,
I
can go
guess
back to
doing
your-
some. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I guess do some exploring of areas. See, because I'd like to find out where the barracks and that are. So
okay.
don't know whether they're in this area or not. But
You guys spend 2 weeks kind of forays, kind of doing little sorties into the area to see where's things are at and trying to locate barracks and things. Most of that stuff is at the top of the tour. There were some smaller barracks that were in the lower regions, but those are either overgrown with the blood vines or lots of undead are in that area. Now, if you would like to take your chances going in there, I can say that every week that you try to get in there and try to find a barracks or something like that to maybe give you other armament and equipment, I give you a base 10% chance per week of searching. And then I've also got to do a lot of encounter checks, and I can't stress this enough. You're going to have a minimum of 3 to 5 encounters per day in that city. And some of the encounters can be in over 100 creatures at a time. If wild magic is happening, magic may or may not be able to be used. That's not going to impede you at all for Jolie, but it could greatly impede Sorrel. So how do you guys want to do this? I'll leave this up to you. If you're wanting to do sorties into the town or if you're wanting to wait for alarms, how do you guys want to handle this? But I can tell you this, without detect magic, you're going to get normal items out of here. But for 50,000 gold pieces of normal items, you're still talking about 4 or 5 tons worth of weapons. If you're looking for aggregating cash. As it goes for aggregating gear, that's a teleport away and getting the right item you need. You know,
Yeah.
if you're so you guys let me know how that's going to transpire over the next 3
right now.
months. So
Yeah. I can take you to Kragerdan if there's anything specific you want. We still have Icawad left us some money, so we can do a little bit. Keep in mind, Darmus was completely annihilated as well, so I'm trying to save as much money as I can for him.
yeah, you guys basically got an IOU from Icawad.
no problem. I'm sort of looking for any help we can do. That's why I was going to do some searching for the barracks and stuff. But okay,
Yeah.
I don't mind what we do.
Yeah. I'll relay what I found on my first foray in there.
So do you want to do daily, weekly forays, no forays?
I'd rather not, but
Okay.
Okay,
Dolly wants me to go. Well, I'll go.
Okay.
no, we'll
Don't-
stay here.
Okay, you
Don't be
guys
chicken.
burn off 60 days of rations.
Okay.
On the 85th day, you're going to have to go buy some food here soon. The alarm goes off.
Okay.
This is a Trox. Now you've got weather conditions. It is snowy. The temperature out right now is 5 degrees below zero. So it is actually hurting cold. So you will take damage without winter gear. You don't know how much that's going to impede the undead. Probably not at all. You know, this isn't like Walking Dead where they freeze because they got liquid in their body. Welcome to Magic World. Necromonic and Shadow Plane and negative energy doesn't care about cold. It emanates it. So they move just the same. So the location.
I'll take your let me.
One idea I had is, could we make something the equivalent, because these what are they called, these beasts outside, could we, my idea was, for example, to make a mixture of their blood and pus and some water and cement to make a paste that we can put on our clothing and make them believe we're one of them.
Yeah, disguise kit. Sure. You can do a disguise. Absolutely.
I'm going to try and do that over the days.
Okay.
And see if I can.
Yeah, after your foray out of there and your 7 days in there gave you more than enough time to collect up any of the stuff. I'll say you collected up enough to give yourself a +2 on a disguise roll. And that'll, anytime you want to go in there, you can use that +5. That's the rags from one of the other fallen creatures. Some of the stuff from like you collected work perfectly. And let's see, I'm going to tell you the location of that too. Sorry, I forgot to do that. That alarm went off. Ooh, back in the north again. Look at you. You already kind of know that area. It had Bodax in it. Hopefully they've moved on. That would be nice if they did.
Yeah.
Okay. This will be easier with Tim. Roll a 20 or roll a perception. Since you've been to the area once.
Oh.
Even though you ran out of it after going into only one building. Okay. Did you roll a perception, Chandler?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
That's percentile. I want perception.
I'm sorry.
Let's get some Mountain Dew, Chairman.
That was damn good perception out of 100. Yes, you make it back into the town, same area. I'm not going to make you guys change maps. You're kind of watching the ebbs and flows of the area. The encounters slow down a little bit in the wintertime, but not much. You did not get an encounter. You find the waystones, and you find a very small, it's barely his size, root cellar that he's hiding in. He was down to, looks like only maybe a day's worth of food and water left. He didn't have a whole lot. So you guys hook up and get him back to the base, and now Darmus is back.
Oh.
I don't know why I clicked that, but
There's
son of a bitch.
Darmus. We'll get Jolie here. Okay. Several more months go by. Now you're having to go back and buy food. You had to leave this month. So there's the three of you. You still haven't seen Empress, Gojin, Azik, or Runehide. And it is now hitting the dead of winter.
Okay.
Sorry, can I just? I'll have told
I'm logging back
Surreal
into
about
Conjure.
seeing that hungry hand guy running around and the vampire thing with him and his mates.
Oh, he made it to the top of the tour is what he tells you. So
Okay.
he describes to you two grave knights, a Nosferatu, and a hungry-handed monk. And they were
I
looking
think
for
it's
something.
a friend of yours.
Yeah.
Next year, tell me Whispering Tyrant, right?
No, he wasn't there.
When
He
are
didn't
we?
look nice.
When are we? What year is it?
It is
4719. It is the winter months.
Okay. Last thing I remember was getting my ass handed to me by that general. Go from there. I'm wearing a cloak and I got a great sword. That's it.
well. I have a backpack of goodies for you.
I will drop that into your character, Tim.
While we're talking, I'm looking at their
Flail and a battle axe.
Sorrel's tattoo. It is like mine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cash, Galar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let him
What's going on?
know.
What's going on with that? It's not recharging, but it's still there.
He's dying.
She's what?
Gwendolyn is
Jesus, really?
dying.
Really for a little bit, and these forces light lose everything.
We've been gone a decade.
We've
When
been
you-
gone 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah, you guys went into the past. The last year you remember being here in Vigil with Zagrol was 4707.
Right, and the grave man was
It's
outside the door.
12 years later from that date.
So Zagrol fell. That's the only way that tower would have came down.
Fucking whole city fell. Who knows? Who knows? That's a good question.
Okay, well, I'm going to try, because I know I made my sword. I can call it from the plane.
Nope, nothing
I don't
happens.
know if we got wiped out.
Doesn't happen. You can do
Figured
this
it got
though
wiped
if you've got any crafting skills. You can go in the other room and start making on something. You have many months to work on it, so just let me know if there's armor or weapon that you're trying to make or reforge. You're more than welcome to do that as well. Just put it into chat, and I'll move by months. So maybe we can get your whole party back together.
Did the Dwarven cities fall? Specifically, has Icawad got the Mythic Forge ready?
Yes.
What about Karamaga? You know what I'm asking about. Does the Necromancer still live?
I know what you're asking, but I can't answer it as that simply. The city's been overrun with the undead.
Whispering Tyrant conquered it as well.
Shit.
Yeah. There's no going home. At least not for a while.
Is this a secure spot here? Like meditation and such?
Okay. You guys can do some catching up. But let me tell you how much time transpires. Over the next 6 months, winter comes and passes with no alarms going off. Over that next 6-month period, you can forge weapons if you need to. You do continue to use the money to support yourselves, because that's the only money that you have right now. Icawad did gain contracts for this year to work on the mine, so he is not available. His men are primarily working the Mithril Wall in Kragradan this year, because he did win the contract.
Excuse me.
You still have a king's worth of ransom to we'll say that you figured out around this area, because this even gets hit with the wild magic zones, that you've set up some orisons that you redo daily, like lights or whatever else like that. And you know if they flicker, obviously this is not a day for you to teleport anywhere. So, and with you having a ring, you can get back and forth to get supplies from Kragradan. I'm going to need you to subtract food for 3 for the next 6 months. So that's 180 rations minimum. Actually, it's closer to, what did that be? 540 really, because it's 3 meals a day for you guys. So you'll be spending money on that.
Yep.
Otherwise, besides that, if there's any other materials you need to do any upgrades to weapons, I'll automatically kind of grant you that. You do have time, and if you do have the skills, it's cheaper for you to make some masterwork weaponry, if that was like what you'd like to carry around, versus purchasing it, because that will eat out of that gold very quickly. But when the summer thaw, or when the spring thaw starts to hit, it is a beautiful and balmy day, Calestial month of, or sorry, it's Feristat, the month of March, spring. An alarm goes off. This one goes off on the east wall. And this one happens to be another Asmir. I will say you go into that area and search. We'll just...
Yes.
Do you get any encounters? Sorry, I rolled one too many there. No encounters. You find Empress and make it back here with her.
Stone.
Without a great amount of issues. Okay. The next month, Kitty was the last one. She rolled the highest, guys. Gotta love that. The following month, another alarm goes off. This is a dwarf. There's only one dwarf in your group.
Where's Runehide?
Oh, he rolled later than Kitty. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Couldn't find it.
But if Stroke gets a chance, I'll have him look at this cloak I found.
Yeah, you guys are anybody that found magic, you guys are easily able to identify all these different devices, and I can go ahead and tell you what those are, and you can use them as identified over those months as well.
Okay.
If anyone wants a flail or a battle axe, there's a couple sitting in the corner that I brought.
The first thing I'm going to start crafting is a headband of mental perfection.
You don't have the money for that, bud. Sorry. You have no money. I can't stress this so much. You will only have money if you say, hey, Sorrel, will you give me 50,000 gold pieces or 20,000 gold pieces? Then you have money. Otherwise, you ain't got squat, guys. I just got to push this out. You got no bags, no extra magical gear you can convert, no city to go to really get the stuff right now. You're literally camping in the wilds like frontiermen and ladies, and that's what you have. So please think that lines, because I know there's a lot of aspirations you all have, but I don't think anybody outside of Sorrel's know how much gold you literally don't have. So I'm going to put it like that. So go to your money, man. And if he says he's freeing up the funds, that's cool with me, but he's your banker right now, not the DM. So just so you know.
Ask him, hey, what's in the goodie bag, Sorrel?
There you go.
What is in the goodie bag? Oh, you mean the fund.
Look, I'd talk to you, be nice about it, but my charming personality has been crippled, so show me the bag. Why I have to break your hands. No, yeah, I don't know what we have left. And I can craft wonder facts. I just don't know what people need.
Well, okay, I'm not going to hold anything back from the group. We have about 93,000 gold.
It's a loan.
Also, it's not,
yeah,
not
it's a
item.
loan.
It's just, okay.
I've bought a few basic items because I know we're gonna have to go get our stuff, or well, the rest of your stuff. Um,
Well, nobody. Was I the only one that lost everything? Well, you
no,
lost all your stuff too.
yeah, and I've tried. There was more. I've tried it carefully. You can see what I have on. Um,
I think Dolly over the last 6 months has kind of filled you both into what happened. And to give you that 411, you both were disintegrated along with all of your gear in the past. You were true resed and came out here now, and all of their stuff from everybody else is on Azek in an imprisonment in the middle of Vigil, most likely. Because you figured
I'd
it
have
was
to,
the safest place to have stuff, not knowing this was going to happen.
I'd have to shake Squirrel's hand. I knew we picked a good leader. Damn, I didn't think you had that in you.
Yeah.
well,
You got him though.
when they started attacking the angels, that's when I got mad.
You guys
You get
are
mad.
able to find Gojin. Let me do the rolls for him and see if you can bring him back.
Oh,
Without,
Jund.
without issues. You do. You find him fairly quickly. Percentile bad guys. Catch you? No. And that one, you did come across 2 of the mounted knights, but you watched for their patrols and were able to get by.
You
Gojin,
went on into the tower.
Gojin comes back with you guys to this base.
I think would be me, Sorrel, and City would know the basin of that tower was some powerful holy relics on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you guys know Azek is playing Gojin until Azek is free.
Yeah.
He can bounce
Okay.
between Gojin and Runehide when possible. So
Yeah, Gojin will inquire about where Runhide is, cause he's like, he remembers being cut down. Not a great feeling.
yeah, the last thing Gojin remembers is getting smacked by the giant Andamite golem. He was not alive for anything that happened up top.
No,
Oh,
Runhide.
Runehide.
Oh,
Runehide
Runehide.
killed him. He got possessed. The P guy.
Oh yeah.
Killed him.
Also, Gojin, you got a backpack directly from your leader, Ikawad. I dropped that into your bag. Your bag has different stuff than other people since you're his
Oh,
cohort.
nice.
So you have magical gear in there that he had set aside for you in case you needed it.
Can anybody identify the items I got?
They're already identified for you. You recognize
Nice.
them. Yeah. So
Yeah.
they'll be able to be ready to go. You're familiar with Ikawad's survival kits. They usually have magical leather armor in it, a couple magical leather or magical daggers for you. Usually that's about it, and some other stuff too.
That's plenty.
And that about like the cloak. Look, you can't tear it. Never seen anything like it.
And as an apology to Gojun for getting killed, I present him a bottle of whiskey and a bottle of dwarven stout.
No mushroom wine?
Damn. These are nice.
Well, I don't get no mushroom wine. Why? Because I killed you once. Okay, that's fair.
Well,
Have we found any decent swords? This beetle pitted rested one needs some work. Doesn't it match just a little shinier than this?
Okay.
no, I bought Morning Stars from Ikawad.
2 months later.
I didn't buy a sword.
Your friend, the hungry hand monk guy, he was looking for something here, and I think he was trying to get into. Was it the main tower when I saw it?
Probably.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was trying to get into the ruins of one of the fallen towers that was on an edge for some reason. They were looking for something very specific.
I think it was Econovus, and his father was looking for something back when the city was, well, its old self.
Good news is I'm pretty sure myself or Emperor would be able to the only two that follow the
Yeah.
God that powered this city.
Okay. In
I'm trying to find the equipment, but
It's
I
in
don't
your.
see.
If you go
I see
into,
ring from Vigil,
you should
and
see a container. It says Gojin's backpack, and then double click
but
on
when
it.
I open it, it's empty.
Shouldn't be.
Well, he's a rogue. Of course you do.
What is it doing? I
Okay,
just
there's 3 of them.
no. It's let me delete it. Here we go. I'm not sure why the container's not working for you.
Can you open it? I mean, can you open it?
I can open the item. That's weird. Why isn't it letting you open it?
Oh, on right click. My bad. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
I was using
Yeah.
left click.
That's fine. Sorry.
What about the rings? I know what one of them is.
Oh yeah, you guys get those easily identified. Tim, yours is a cloak of stone. That's what you figure it out is. Gojin found during his week of isolation before he was found,
Excuse me.
he found a ring of inner fortitude and a dungeon jailer's ring.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Sorry. Again, minor, major, greater.
Major.
Okay. I remember it being over 50k, so.
Yeah.
Where are they listed at on our characters now? Or
Yep. I'm dropping the items into your characters right now. The backpack's there. Right click to get the gear out of it. Adding the other items in just a second. Chandler, I need you to do a perception check for Kitty to find her.
Okay.
Without issue.
Making her own theme song.
You're- You should find her easy because she's heading around the area doing a theme song lightly. You're going dun 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 dun.
I don't
Well,
know this
I'll
about
be running
Gojin's
around going.
character, but would he give the ring of inner fortitude to Darmus since he's out there in the front line?
Your call. Your character, your call, man.
I would give it.
Then do that. That's what you would do then. The easiest way for this to be handled as you're running them is you have full autonomy to make decisions for that character. I already asked Brian if it was okay. He said, yep. He's good with whatever decisions you make with him because he figures you know how to play a dwarf of X alignment, and there's a little background there.
No, he's neutral. I'm just checking
Yeah.
his relationship with Darmus.
Well, you're probably going to give Runehide anything.
Yeah.
Okay,
Agent,
thanks.
I don't-
Then
we'll go
ring
on
of
with
inner
it.
fortitude
I
to
did, but-
Darmus. He's poor and he should have it.
What does that do?
It stops a bit of ability damage or drain each time you get hit by something. It basically gets you going if you encounter a rat, you know,
You can
stuff
give
like
that to
that.
someone else because my ability to lay on hands cures ability damage. So I have the ability
Then
to cure
in
that
that
myself,
case,
so
nothing. He
I
wouldn't
would
give it.
take mine and pass it to someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you heard they encountered Bodax too that do energy drain. So you guys can, since you're seasoned adventurers, wherever you find undead, you normally find that nasty trifecta of shadows, specters, wraths. Those incorporeal type of undead. All of those do strength, constitution, and level draining. So it's definitely going to be a needed item regardless, whoever has it. So
Okay, well, Gojin and Darmus are first liners, so he'll keep it then.
sounds good.
Could
Okay.
I create a longbow and arrows for myself?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Or take a trip
Yep.
to town and buy some if you need be as well. Since Sorrel said he has X amount of money and you've had 6 months, you have made trips back and forth to town. You could look at spending some of that money or asking to spend some of that money on things like composite bows. If you have a strength and you'd like to put your strength damage into it. You know, those types of things until you get your primary weapons back. And then as it goes for Kitty, you were able to find her. Now, I'm sorry to tell you guys, Runehide is going to be a little rougher because right before David went on assignment, he gave me some explicit instructions. Runehide is not hunkering down. so you will find him running through the streets bashing shit's heads in. I am not shitting you. So the high probability of you having a big encounter with him is about 65%, unfortunately. So Runehide being Runehide is going to be a little painful. Sorry guys. It's just the way he wanted it that way. He's like, because he's like, he originally did the time like everybody did with me privately, and he's like, I think I might hunker down, but don't hold me to that. He said, because I'm not really feeling that's a Runehide kind of thing. And then when he was sitting at the bar, when he posted everybody else, I'm sitting here having a drink before I get on boat, he sent me this 9-page wall of text, and he's like, Runehide is victoriously raising his weapon and going, fuck this place. I will bring it low. Because he found, you guys are going to think this is funny, he found an artisan's kit that had an anvil in it, a 5-pound anvil, so he turned it into a warhammer.
Nice.
Yes.
I do have the carpenter kit. Sword +1.
Cool.
Can I buy some popcorn? Because I think when we find him, it's going to be one heck of an episode.
It's going to be interesting.
Sorrel won't make
Yeah.
popcorn.
Oh, Kitty yells, Sorrel won't
Excellent.
make popcorn. She tried to get him to do it. She found a field of
What?
corn and wanted him to do a lightning storm. Okay.
Yeah.
You lot have your scruples all wrong. I've got to say that if you're not going to make popcorn. I don't know.
Have you seen the field outside, though? It's not conducive to making popcorn anymore. It's not that I don't want to have popcorn. You just don't want the popcorn that's going to come out of that field.
Tried many fields ago.
It'll be a laugh.
And this will be June, so it's...
Oh, there it is.
Yes, if I can, I'd like to buy a composite longbow or make a composite longbow and some arrows. So it would be quite useful. I don't know.
All right.
Yep.
Gojin.
Tell him
Gojin.
picture
I'm going to hand Gojin this cloak.
with the 2 corn on the cob and the bar. With
She's our rogue. I don't hide and stand still very well. 10-foot rocks going to look different, but I think Gojin would be able to use this stone cloak finder too. Or we're going to sneak in to get stuff for us if we have to use it.
Sure. What is it again?
You can pull a minder stone cloak tight around yourself and freeze in place and move action. Causes the cloak to harden like stone it resembles. And she does this, the wearer can take no actions other than free actions, and is neither dexterity bonus, but gains DR5 animite. She also gets a +5 circumstance bonus to stealth check while protecting this man.
Can you link that for me, please?
Actually, what he can do is, I'll go ahead and do this time for you guys. If you guys want to trade things, the easiest way to do trade things is for the character in question to target the other person. And then what they do is they actually go into their bag, and you'll notice that you have an item. There's a bunch of things. One of them is trade, and you can actually choose the person you trade it to, and it'll go directly to their inventory. So
That
now
looks like a gift basket.
Yep, it
You
should
click
be.
it, it pulls up a list.
Yep.
It's there already.
Oh, give item. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys can trade stuff back and forth all the time. So this is up to you. And the reason I gave backpacks and things too is because when we start the bags of holding, I'm going to start having you guys put that stuff in the bag of holdings too. Because that way we know where everything's at and people don't have to worry about, or I don't have to worry about, well, is that bag with you or did you leave it in town? Because if you leave it in town, you can literally drag it out of your bag or your character and drop it on the floor. And it will appear as an item on the floor for you guys to pick up, much like the bracers were back in the fight.
I got a question. I got a negative level. That's a debuff, but I also got level 19.
Yeah, he has to be because he's a cohort.
Oh, okay, okay.
So he's
cool.
still bound by the cohort rules, unfortunately.
I need to tone down the skills then.
Okay.
Bro, can you cast Secret Chest?
How many people could use a healing kit? Because I've got 6 of them. And I can't.
I got
I
6
haven't
lines.
got the skill to heal.
That's a Dharmas or Empress thing.
Yeah.
Empress says, I'll take them. I can heal. Empress
No,
was found with a
um,
long sword. The inheritor wills. She smiles. Because she had a longsword on her side when you found her. That's also the holy symbol.
Yeah.
No, I am Armade.
Could you pass them to Empress for me? Or do you want me to do it? The
Sure.
thing we're about to.
Now I can make giant-sized bags of holding. I just need to spell secret chest.
Keep in mind that magic winks in and out. So
What?
yeah,
Okay.
we're in a wild magic area still.
I mean, it's unpredictable.
Believe me, if we weren't, we'd be staying in a dimensional portal with a nice mansion at the moment.
I'd settle for a Holiday Inn.
And then, Jolie, if you don't know, you can do the right mouse button, click on your backpack, and it'll open up the container showing all the stuff inside of it as well.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know knows, but I'll have to let you know during this time period, whatever. I am going to attempt again to reach out to that one thing I know sits in Karamage.
What's that?
I knew this despair, hope.
You
when
don't
I
get
was
anything.
in the hallways.
Nope.
I was trying.
Oh, yeah.
Last time that was over, and it's like,
So you guys feel that in the South Tor region, actually, you guys don't feel it. Sorrel does. How many days does it take? I got to roll this real quick. See how long it's before you know he's out. You felt something you thought was one of the alarms going off, but the wild magic area must be flowing over that. Either that or one of the dead magic zones are moving. But a few days later, you feel an alarm go off again, and this time it's clearly Orc. South Tor region. That's closest.
Ouch.
That's closest to the Tor.
Naturally.
Oh yeah.
just ain't doing that.
You lose it that day, and then pick it up again, and now it's in the north region. So it's gone from south to north, and it's by the gate.
All right. I'm gonna tell the rest of the group, and
Yeah, because it's moving. So he's not
Yeah.
parking, which means you're
Oh,
going to need
no.
to be the barometer, because if he keeps moving and it takes you guys half a day to get there, he could move to another zone.
mm-hmm.
And he's probably tracking a lot of things with him as he goes. Oh, 500 of them. I'm going to run for those. But there's a giant. I'm going after him.
Rain to zone.
Yes. Okay. Okay, he's north region.
Get her then?
You guys all head towards the north region. Let's see what encounters he got in north region first before you guys get there.
By the way, did Gojin ever create any traps?
In his area around there, yes, you had a few days. You could have. Absolutely.
So he's used to doing that.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm trying to find something that can be used specifically for those riders. You know.
Oh, that's going to be a hard one. An aerial trap. That's a decent one to try.
It's just a string.
It's just a
Well-
string. I love it.
If Goju needs, no, I guess I can't do that. I'll bring it. I have abilities to stop them, but that's my mystic stuff.
Okay.
When's the next trip to town, Sorrel? I will need a oddity.
I'll be happy to give you a ride to town.
Yeah, you guys easily take care of this over the next couple months.
And when I'm in town, I will put in whatever process I need to to seek audience with Ichabod when he's free.
He's not free. He won't be free this
I-
year. So you know, this year.
Okay.
He's
Yeah, I'm just putting paperwork in now.
yeah, he's yeah. He's busy instructing them in mithril mining, which is an area of Cragordan that non-Cragordan residents or even those that don't get the contracts are not allowed to go. That's why they have to put
Right.
into the synod for those contracts, and once they get them, then they're told the areas they're able to mine, which then they're guided to. Because of the greed of the dwarves, they would try to circumvent that process and mine it themselves. So
Yeah,
it's
I remember his struggle to get a contract.
yeah, it's tightly controlled. Out of the 12 years you guys have only been gone, he's only gotten the contract 3 times, and it took him almost 300,000 in mithril, or in gold to fix the forge, and it had to all be in mithril.
And you got to remember, Sorrel, I don't have a medallion from them anymore, so
No, nobody does except
been a while.
Sorrel. Sorrel's the only one that can
Okay.
get into the city.
okay.
You can all he's the only one that can teleport in, but you guys can all go to the outer city where their shop's at too, and you guys still get the discount because Sorrel's got the ring of citizenship, so you still get the 25%
Correct.
discount.
Okay.
So what I want to do with Gojin is actually create something that will allow me to trap flying creatures, like something with ropes and a crossbow, and then I could anchor it to the ground. Something that deploys quickly, but not really a ballista.
What's that little grappling stuff they used to climb that wall? You might be able to get us from Storm City.
Anything. He would be thinking about that for months. He's got engineering and craft traps. I don't know. He would operate it if possible.
Anything about what happened here in the city? Like, if we were to go look for Zigrol, where he may have fallen at, do you know that what happened? Other than the big blast.
I don't know about anybody specifically. Other than the Sheka.
I could still live.
No, he was in Vigil.
Would Ichabod know more?
Sorry, what you ask?
I'm only thinking this because I feel the need to put them to rest if they're undead. That's not right.
Oh, I agree. But I mean, that's the problem, right? We have these wraiths flying around. But the things that really worry me in there are Zagrul, Temple, well,
He
it
worries
worries me
everyone.
for different reasons, but yes.
Have the ability to shield us from undead? I do not. I know spell exists, but I do not have that power.
To do what?
Dwayne have the ability to hide from undead. So you could actually walk. It's kind of like invisibility, but undead can't detect your life force.
Yeah.
I know of it because
And
of what I was, and I don't have it now.
Well, keep in mind, magic is flaky.
So the wild magic is affecting divine magic.
Absolutely.
I'm not a smart guy. Okay. I'm not a smart guy.
Magic is magic, man. Be it divine
So
or arcane. It's
do
magic.
these areas break the connection? Like if it goes over, will I lose my connection? And are there things or items out there we can use to stabilize the area, like the ward stones or stuff they used in the blighted forest.
Probably.
I'm
Burrow,
wondering whether the best thing to
what have
do
you been doing?
first is find Azek.
I'm not trying to be pushy, but this was, you know.
Oh, I know. And it's not that I don't want to. Don't get me wrong. We just got the Whispering Tyrant parked in there as well. It's not just the former residents of Vigil.
Again here, I thought he said he was moving towards the big city with the stone in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the things drape down the banners and stuff, but
Well, let's put it this way. The Whispering Tyrant has lots of undead, and he's left some of them here while he still continues his main push into Absalom.
when we're in these 6 months, when we're traveling around, I'm going to start inquiring about the next crusade. There's rumors, the next crusade, who's leading it, where's it being formed. Because there's got to be one. And with Zigrolgon, there's going to be somebody who's going to take the place as her champion on this world. And I don't know how many of us big badass paladins left on this world. A lot of them were here. So I'm just letting you guys know, if it happens, I will answer that call and I will leave.
Yeah.
Not sure she knows I'm back yet. I haven't had a face-to-face or straight connection to her. It's just been the sources.
I can do a sending for you.
Aquarium a day? Well, I just as soon you ask your mom or... Oh, yes.
No.
That's
not
Shaylin. Shaylin. Send it to her daughter. She would lead it or would know of it. Hope she's still alive.
Oh, to
Yeah. The
I
crazy
can't
woman
think
that
of her
carried on
name.
my back for months.
What?
Oh, the crazy woman that carried on my back for a few months.
Yeah.
When she was infected.
Yeah.
And your love is alive?
Alive. In Absalom. And the city is sealed. To keep agents, the Whispering Tyrant.
So you gotta, what, teleport to the town and walk, or sealed like you ain't getting in at all? Or is it more like Krang do where you have to teleport to a certain area?
More like no admittance.
Then yes, please need time. I'd like to know if she's still alive. If she's not, then I'm in trouble.
I've
Oh,
moved
we have-
everybody to the area where you believe Ruinhide is at. You can see off in the distance through these ruined houses that seem to be somewhat still standing towards the edge of a wall. Now understand, most of the walled city had 12 to 14 blocks of wooden houses, and then you had the farm area, and then you had another wall. So you're in between the two walls, and this was an area that was lightly shielded from the blast by one of the walls itself. You can hear off in the distance, it sounds like orcish roaring, as you can see these 25-foot flesh monstrosities, I guess is the best way. Those that play Dead Space, they look like a Necron or a Necrophage. To those that have never played that game before, they look like bones and rib cages and faces and skulls kind of forged into a colossal flesh creature that has sharpened thigh bones that look like forward swords coming out of its body that it attacks with. They walk on all fours or all sixes.
Can we determine what they are?
Yes, knowledge, religion.
What's my jam, but
They are.
I'll tell you what they are. They are enemies.
Yep, there's that. Anybody that gets higher than a 30 on knowledge religion knows that they are known as a necro. They are part of a classification of creature called the unrisen. The unrisen creatures are unique in a couple ways. One is they don't die. There's only very specific ways to kill them if you get over a 40. I'll tell you what that is. Otherwise, you pound them into the ground, they get back up the next round and start pounding on you again. And they don't stop. They normally have immunities to positive energy as well. So the burst from priests or holy beings that use positive energy against them doesn't normally do any damage to them. The other thing you know about them is if the larger ones eat you, they get a fast healing for a while, a long while. And it's not minor fast healing, it's major fast healing, as they slowly work your body into their bodily mass.
wow, lovely.
Yeah, so you fuse with them, which makes it even harder for you to be resurrected. There are 2 of those over there and a bunch of them scurrying across the top of buildings. At the same time, Sorrel, you recognize what you saw before as Bodaks are moving off the buildings as well. It looks like they're jumping down. You also see what looks like a horde of Festrogs running down the street in that area too. And when I mean a horde, probably in excess of 100.
Shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you just hear orcish roaring going on. Groomish says, go back to the hells from which you came.
Within 60 feet. Not seeing, but the permission would kick off.
I set up combat. You'll need to roll initiatives, and we'll begin doing it that way.
Copy that. I don't want to move it.
Can any of us out yell?
He's block and a half away. You guys did not come in on top of that fight. You actually came in at the bottom area, searching for him because he was on the move. He looks like he's fatigued as well, like he hasn't eaten in a long time.
Hey, Robert, I do have a question.
This map can't seem to load for me. Stuck at 72.
How do you add your mythic tiers to your initiative rolls? I haven't seen how I can do that.
It should automatically do it if you have amazing initiative set up.
Oh, yeah, I guess I don't have that set up. I don't.
Okay.
Under
Kiri's initiative seems off. You should have more.
I don't know where to put it at. It's under.
Just a second.
Check up.
I'm on 2 places in initiative.
All right. Oh yeah, I see that. Which one did you roll? Oh,
Well, they're the same 19
okay.
point.
I'll remove one. There we go.
There it is.
There was 2
initiative.
for Doli too. We'll give him the higher one. I don't know why it did a double on some people. Anybody else get a double? Nope.
It's listed as my rifle trait, but I don't see it when I click on my name.
Let me look at you, Darmus. Just a second here.
I might need to reload.
Okay. Under your initiative, what does it read out? Let me see, Tim. I'll read yours out. Yours is 1 from dexterity, and you have a feat improved initiative that give you 4.
Mm-hmm.
And
improved. My amazing initiative would give me. What? Was it not 6 or? If I have a +6, but I don't know how to add. It says it's active, but I can't get it to pop up on my.
Actually, everybody should be at 5. You wouldn't be at tier 6, Tim, because you guys did not go help Gwendolyn, and everybody froze at 5. So you're all stuck there. You have enough to go to 6, but you're not treated as 6.
Oh, I thought you let me go to 6.
No.
Yeah, Darmus and I were at a higher level than everybody else.
Yeah, but Gwendolyn was ill, and you guys chose not to do the Gwendolyn quest to go help her. You did the one with the canopic jar, because I asked if you guys were going to go back and help her go to the first world and appeal to the Lost Prince.
Okay.
And you guys
We
didn't
didn't know.
do that, and now she's dying. And then I told everybody else, as you went up levels, you can't take more feats. You have enough to go to 6th tier, but you're still treated as 5th for the ability modifiers. So you are 6th once she gets healed, but she has to be healed before you can go up any higher.
Okay.
Okay, then.
So
Never
what-
mind about the legendary item, because that would have been my 6th thing. That explains a lot.
so-
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, let's leave Ronhide and go help that chick.
So let's see. I'm going to type you in one here, Tim, for.
What's odd is under my racial traits, I have bonebreaker bracers, boots in the mire. You know, a lot of my old items are listed under.
No, you shouldn't have those, because their items aren't in your inventory. You have nothing in there.
I know.
So
I have a Holy Avenger, Celestial Shield, boots
uh,
of the mire. I don't know why they're under my racial traits.
under what?
You go
Racial
under features and go over to miscellaneous or racial traits. You got hard to kill, mythic saving throws,
Yep,
Aura of
yep.
Good.
Divine Bond or Resolve, all those. Divine Boon, Hero
home breaking
Points.
bracers.
Oh,
Those are just the abilities of the items I had.
Weapon Focus. Bodyguard,
I've
Combat
got,
Reflexes. Oh, you
let's
had a
check under
bunch
my
of like
racial traits.
bags that were created down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. This is where I was
I don't think
trying to ask people work with me for things they didn't see so I could build them the right item versus a whole bunch of these things. But they're not counting in. So looking at your character, Tim, the only thing that's counting for your initiative right now, regardless of what you have, is 4 for the improved initiative and 1 for dexterity. So I'm focusing on that right now. If you have feats
Okay.
that you shouldn't have, don't use the feats. Feats don't show up in anything in your combat abilities. You have to
But I
still
just wanted
call
to make
them
sure
out.
those weren't affecting my character.
Not
can't
that
see
I'm
if they
seeing
were,
in your
but
hit
you can-
points.
Perfect.
Nope,
Did
you
your
have toughness.
confirmation?
Yeah, your hit points have toughness listed, which you do have, and your mythic guardian.
Mhm.
So that's
Yep.
all that's really affecting there. Otherwise, you're a
But I lost, was it 6 points of constitution? So
hit points dropped.
it's like 50 hit points.
Yeah, and it should list that as well because it's only showing that
Yeah.
your hit points from Constitution is only 100. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's showing right. Okay, so Jolie, beginning of combat. Bingo. Get this started. Here we go. Your turn. You can see Runehide is somewhere up to the north. You're peeking in between buildings every once in a while. You see the giants. You're figuring they're somewhere close to him. So they're up north.
Are our tokens down?
Yes. You are. I will zoom
couldn't
you
find
into
them.
your locate. Come on.
Cool.
Did that zoom you guys in?
I did a little bit, but
Make
lagging on.
everybody should have
rolling.
vision too. It already shows your initiative at 1405.
Well, I don't see it on my screen. I see religion check and then Golden Kitty, Goodman.
Okay.
So maybe mine's lagging.
That could be. If you guys ever need, there is inside your configure settings under the cog, there is show my FPS, frames per second. If you guys want me to, I can install a lag meter and start watching that for you guys too.
On different Wi-Fi than my normal, so that's probably what it is.
Yeah, somebody's logged in as test as well.
Storm is Tim test.
As in, because I use the password test1. I'm like, should
So
I
do
or
I.
shouldn't I be using that?
No, I see you underneath there. No, 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 not that. I'm going to kick that user and see what happens.
Okay.
Iowa Tone.
No, Iowa
Three.
Tomb's supposed to be there. And then as it came in as yourself.
I don't see Gojo in the
Was me.
players.
Yeah, for some reason I see.
There they are.
Yeah,
Dude, test.
yeah, I don't know, man. But I'm kicking it. I'm wondering if it's what's slowing it down too.
One of those Chinese bots. China.
Okay. All right. So start a combat. It is Jolie's turn. Please refrain. Use your turn to talk, and we'll do things that way. Started the timer. What would you like to do?
Where did you say he was again?
To the north.
This way.
And map is north, south, east, west. So up is north. I think it'd be.
Okay. I'll say to everyone, I guess we've got to go pull him out of there, or at least teleport him away. And I'll sort of start up here.
Are you moving across the ground or flying?
Moving across the ground.
Okay. From your location, you do not see any creatures. You can see to the north, west or northeast of you. You can see one of those large necros. Looks like it just creamed through the side of a building as it's going after something. Roof parts start falling in on itself. Dust rolls up into the air. Do you do anything else besides your move?
Yes, I'll bring up my let me just check it first, and then I'll bring up one of my Kai abilities, but I don't know whether it's gonna start a ship quake or something.
I will do that for you guys. Let you know if there's a wild magic region in this area. It is only a 35% chance, and it is not. No wild magic.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll bring up my Kai Leech ability.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. That's my standard action. I've used my move action.
Okay.
That'll be it for now.
I think I'm hitting a little lag here too. There we go. I have a...
Re-downloading the page.
Okay. He's got a 40 land speed. Boom, 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 boom. I'll move over there.
Yeah, I'm faster than the dwarf now.
And he's going to attack. He's going to do his bite on Runehide with a power attack. Bam, 27. I hit that naked orc ass. He takes 18 damage, but he can take that.
Spank that orc.
Hell yeah, run around naked with a hammer in your hand. That's what you get, bitch.
Wait. Which hammer are we talking about?
I was gonna say, that's not a hammer!
Yeah. Okay, the other one breaks through another building. It's going directly at him. But he gets a full attack because he's close by. Eat this. I fumbled on one of them. Still got 20 on him. Is that the best you got? You hit like a pussy. Did your mama teach you how to hit? Guys hear orc yelling, echoing through this town as you're hearing all this. Runride's like, yeah, I'm going to take my 5 foot this way and punch this dude out. Hammer time. Let's see how you like my full attack. Hell yeah. See. Hit, missed, missed. Still got 67 damage on him with this little fucking hammer. You guys see body parts flying up over the top of the thing. Runehide's busting it up. It's for Groomish. Okay. Empress. She is going to look at Cyril and go, do you know if magic can work okay?
I think it does.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go old school, everybody. She's doing a bless. Y'all can take +1.
Sweet.
+1. Oh,
Yeah, bless.
oh bless. Okay.
Yeah, she's giving you old-fashioned bless. Should be posted in chat,
I heard
too.
+1.
Yep. So she's doing the blessed, and then she's going to move up her 30. This way. I got to turn her to face the right way. She's not auto-flipping. There we go. That was Empress. Gojin.
Gojin is gonna grab onto Darmus as best as he can. He knows he's low.
Okay. Well, so is Darmus. Darmus has got a 20, and so do you. You're two slow dudes.
Okay, that's a wrong dude
I have
to
a-
latch
I have
on.
I have a 30, and I'm not wearing armor.
There you go. Is that okay?
Yeah. It's okay with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Screen just went black for me, guys.
Anyone within 10 feet of me, their weapons are considered good aligned.
I'm reloading in, guys and gals.
Could
Right.
you tell me what we get for that bless from Empress? Because I'm building a.
It should be
+1
underneath
moral
buffs.
bonus.
If you look under buffs, you should see it there. In the oh,
Oh, in the. Okay.
yeah, I think it's in the items. Spell buffs.
No, you open a common buffs.
Oh, sorry, common buffs. Yep, underneath the compendium guide.
Right. Okay.
I mean, this is the great thing about Foundry.
Yeah, it's got these buffs you can just drag and drop on there, and then leave them there and uncheck them when you don't have it up.
Is it the common buffs or the PF buffs? I should be
Just search for it.
Yeah, either one's work.
Once you open the feature thing.
Yeah, it's the big buff button, and then you can use either or. They both work.
Okay.
I'm back in. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Dirizen's going, screw you, Runehide. I'm going to kick your butt. It's a little guy, though. He's running over here. But Rubbler's Gambit says you moved into my threatening range, so I'm going to hit you. And he destroys that one like it's nobody's business. It is dead. Oh, wait, that one's not. I'm sorry. I am mistaken. He did 19 to it. That one did take it. Okay. And now it does its attack. Hit him for 10. Okay, now we move on to Sorrel's turn.
Cyril's going to cast haste. And then I'm going to start. How tall is like all this rubble in this buildings?
The tallest is only about 15 feet. There's no two-story buildings here. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Um. So even without flying, can I see the this dude over here?
Oh yeah, the big guys that are up there, you can see them. The ones that are taking up more than 2 squares, absolutely, they stand above the buildings.
Okay. Um.
They're like some weird attack on Titan looking creature thing. Or if you ever saw Claymore, they look like one of them too. When the demons change.
Okay, I'm gonna fly up 15 feet and see if I can see like Runehide or anything else.
Okay, so you go up 15 feet.
Yep.
He is right here where I'm pinging. He's
Okay.
in the middle of the street, surrounded by what looks like Festrogs. He's also got a couple of these giant necros on him, and then there looks like there's some smaller ones that are 6-legged. They're running on 4 and kind of urch up, kind of like centauri, like a centaur-like thing. Pretty gnarly looking.
Gnarly.
Yes, yes. And since you're doing a perception check, do the official check for me, because that will be your standard action to see him. But it'll also tell you what else is in the area that you see. You see over here what looks like a group of Bodaks coming out of buildings. About 2 or 3 of them.
Okay. I'm gonna tell the group what I see.
There's also a Bodak right here that's jumping off of one roof onto a beam of another, more like rafters, and running across it, going over towards Runehide too.
Nice.
He's got the crowd there. So that you know, I will take this guy here, and I will move him over here. I'll show you where the hordes are at. The hordes only move 20 feet at a time, but they do consume a 6x6 area. So they are a colossal area. There is a horde coming down this street over here, and there is a horde to the north of him coming down as well.
Is this thing a horde or is that something else?
The big one that I just over here is a horde. It's
Okay.
one creature, but I'm making it larger so you know it's a horde.
Gotcha.
Versus trying to do 100 of them.
Right.
Because that'll
Okay.
just slow you guys' screens down something fierce, and I don't want to do that. So
Yeah.
that was even true of roll 20. So you can see there's one also, if you see up here,
Oh,
another
yeah.
horde
Yep.
coming down that way too, of Festrogs.
Exciting.
So he's getting ready to be swarmed by at least 200 on top of everything else he's got there. But he seems to be holding his own because that Roebler's gambling. As things get in and he's smashing them to pieces. The Festrogs are just dropping like bugs, like he's swatting flies. Okay,
Yeah.
that was your turn, Festrogs. Hell yeah. Run up. Gambit. Take a hit. Only a fumble says it lives long enough to hit him. And he did not fumble. Dead Festrog. It's dead. Okay. Next one. Darmus, your turn. You with Gojin in tow. Chunk, 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 chunk.
We were right on it. I have the ability to add disruption to my weapons bond.
Okay.
Do we follow the weapon enchant rules, or could the bond
Yes.
doesn't say it has to be on a bludgeoning weapon? Okay.
Yeah, you
Wanted
got
to
to
make
follow.
sure.
You have to follow the rules for the enchantment, like because disruption has to be on a blunt and things like that. So
Okay.
keen has to be on sharp weapons. You have to follow those rules.
So, first thing I'm doing is activating my bond, which is +1. I have to add that, so I got 3 left. It's holy, yeah, holy, and it's a +2 holy weapon.
Okie dokie. That was your standard. Now you moving?
Where?
Now, is that two-handed sword you had, or did you, over the last 6 months, get another weapon?
I never found out if it acquired a Nadachi. I asked, do I get time to get a Nadachi? I never found out if we found one. That is my weapon of choice.
How
If
much
we were
does
able
it?
to find at least. That's why I
Well,
was talking to Phil. Hey, could be +1 great or match works, but then somebody's gonna have to cast greater magic weapon on.
okay, well, Kragradan did not have Nodachis by the roll, so got what you got,
Perfect.
I guess.
Yeah.
You could have made one. I was trying to say that what I was hoping people would focus on, and we can still do this even after you get Runehide. If there's items you want to make a note in chat, type it in our game chat so that we have a record of it. That I'm wanting to make this weapon, and then you can do the rolls very quickly and already have the weapon. So, because
Yeah,
for some of you, you've had over 6 months. So,
I'm not a weaponsmith. I was gonna make wondrous items.
you can still make things untrained. You still get a roll, by the way, guy. So even somebody that doesn't know how to make a sword can build a sword untrained.
Okay, I'll deal with it after.
Only ones that aren't usable without training are knowledge skills. And even those can kind of be done untrained too. Just really, you end up moving yourself like down several points, like 5 to 10.
Right.
So, okay.
Okay.
So you move forward then after doing the weapon bless on the big sword you've got from the giant?
Yes. Where is
Okay. Runehide's to the north. So going down the street is your direction to go, unless you're going to plow through buildings.
Oh, down is
Up is north, down is south.
north. I'll get the middle top. Make my weapon. I upgrade slightly more. So I just want to get within Runehide even my aura to help him out.
You're not close. That's going to be a few rounds of running.
Well then,
So everybody knows the tiles that look like they're street tiles or roads that you're on, those are still treated as roads, so you can quad your move, 4 times your move, if you want to do an all-out run, but it's the only action you do that round to get the run. So, okay.
yeah, I can do my bond and do a
No, you had to do
move
other
as far
things.
as I can.
Totally understand that.
Yep.
Bodex move.
So I just
20, 20.
Thanks.
I'm coming out that door. Ooh, I get to move closer to Runehide. I'm 20 away from Runehide now. Oh, yeah. He's in range. Fort save. Eye beams come out. Eye gaze attack. Runehide does his fort. He's got to make over 26. Measy. Rays have no effect on him. There we go. Cool. Okay, that's Bodak Festrog. He's going to step up, and Runehide's going to tell him to step back unless he rolls a 1. Step back, got a 40 on him. He plowed him into the ground. That one's dead, too. Well, the Festrog's only got like 9 hit points, so it's like, you know, they step up on him, they're going to get plowed.
Oh, yeah.
It's when you get a horde of something, that's when it gets different. Next one's going to do the same thing. He's good.
Where is old Kitty LeBang? I see her.
Runehide does single there. Hits it. It's dead too. That Festrog dies. And this is what this was what Java was saying too. He was kind of like, he's like, you know, if there's just a lot of piddly little undead, I'm probably going to be able to wipe the floor with most of them, except the hordes. I'm like, yeah, you're right. That one's dead too. Okay.
Like Kitty and Sorrel and I are back to the beginning. Bodyguard stuff.
Okay, Kitty's turn. What are you doing, Kitty? Okay. I
Yeah,
will.
run it.
Okay, and you're gonna do your standard move up.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to move within 10 feet of me. Like the old days. I'm her bodyguard.
Oh, sorry, wrong thing. I want to do it this way with her because she needs the actual measurement. She goes out 60 feet. And it'll be pink. If you're into pink, you're in her inspire, and you can activate your inspire courage.
Sweet.
She's gonna run up there to that location. That's where she's at.
Thank you.
Welcome. Boom. There we go. Okay. That's kitties. Post that out there for everybody too. All right, Festrogs. Oh yeah, stepping up on Runehide. And it died. Well, your tank is definitely being tanky. Ooh, this one can only run down. It's going to run, and it's going to make a move, but not in range to attack. That one's going to try to attack. And it's going to die for trying. Yep, it did. Sorry, didn't mean to sneeze in everybody's ears. Another attack. Yep, it's dead too. All right. Okay. Round 2. Jolie, your turn. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought my sneeze took me out of Discord.
What is the...
I didn't hear that. Did somebody say something?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what this
Nope,
question
not
mark
you.
thing is.
Hold on, Tim.
Oh, sorry.
I was trying to hear Jolie. It's his turn, not yours. What was that? You got really faint. Okay.
Any better than that?
Oh, there we go. I can hear you now. What was that?
I was just trying to move, but I was wondering why my token wasn't working. I hadn't clicked on the proper button yet, so okay, we'll try that again.
Okay.
So I'll move out and let's see what's down this road here.
Okay. And don't forget, you can always use AWSD to move the character to once you highlight your token.
Yeah. Okay.
There's nothing coming down this road whatsoever. Are you using a perception to look down there or just running down that way?
Perception to look down there.
Okay. Go ahead, roll perception. You see several ruined buildings, but no monsters whatsoever.
Okay.
Your perception does show you that the one that's up here that I'm pinging, if you can see that, it looks severely damaged, like one of its claws have been busted off and is embedded in the building over here.
Could you ping it again? Sorry.
Yeah, right here. Its claws embedded in the roof right there. To the north of you. Otherwise, nothing else of danger. I mean, there's no other creatures lurking.
Okay, let's okay. We'll keep traveling down for now.
Okay. You've done a move.
I'm making sure we're not going to get backstabbed by anything.
Okay.
So I'm still keeping my eyes open.
Sounds good. You did your move in your standard. Risen. I'm going to mess up Runehide. I'm going full attack on him. Hit him twice. Didn't give him much damage though. Okay, took that. Next one. This one's coming over here, and now it's getting its attack. He gets a Robbler's Gambit on it. Single attack. He hit it, gave it 16. But it gets its attacks, because that was only a 5 foot for it. Attack, and I'm going to bite with power attack. Ooh, I backed up 2 crits on him, but the third one did not get him. And oh yeah, I got him for 2 crits on that, and then I hit him the third time as well. $59, $69, $78 damage. That one stung a little bit.
Were these the one that raised you after you get killed?
Yes. That hurt.
Okay.
Runehide roars. Bit. Okay. Runehide. Fuck it, he's gonna take this one down. Then it's one less one attacking him. The other ones don't seem to be able to hurt him really. So it's time to go all in. Power attack. Full attack on that bitch. Oh yeah, there we go. 58. 79. 106. Oh shit. You guys watch this one here stumble and fall backwards into the building where it collapses down, falling to its death. He took its head off with a blow. It went down to bite him and he tore its head off. That one is now dead. He had some left over too. He killed it with the first 2 blows. 69. Killed it. And now he's turning on this other one. It's within range as well. And his last 2 hit it for 69. Messing it up. You're never going to kill me. Empress. Look at her spells real quick. She is going to do a run. let's measure that. That'll be a 30. $70. Yeah, she can do that. She moves over here. Not taking that path, but she did go that way. Gojin, your turn.
I'll continue with my course, grabbing onto Darmus, hoping he runs this time.
Okay. I keep hitting one of these creatures and it's blowing me out of this area. Okay, so I have a creature in my game that is causing me to have to log in. He must have had some error in his code. So I clicked on him to do his combat turn. He blew me out, so I got to come back in real quick. Sorry about that. No, I'm hitting roll 20 problems again. God. Can I rage against the system? Ah.
Yeah, I suppose.
I did look around in
Well,
roll 20
great.
while I'm waiting for this to roll. They did add finally doors. They added doors. That was really cool. I saw that they actually were supposed to have added something called printable characters. And then I went to the forums and everybody's saying, we can't print them. I was like, okay, I guess we still got some bugs. Just a few. Okay, I'm back in already. I'm glad I loaded in quick. Sorrel, your turn.
Alrighty.
Oh, shoot. You got range on that? Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
Oh shit, dude, you do. Holy fuck.
That's a long range, yeah.
It is a long range. Fucking 400 feet plus 40. Alrighty, so you pickety pickety pow crackle some lightning now, huh?
Yep.
Which one you targeting? The big one you see over there and letting it dance around all the other ones?
Yep.
Okay.
And 30 feet from around him. And of course, exclude Runehide.
Oh yeah. Okay. And then roll your damage for me, please. Oh, damn. What's my save?
DC 31 for half reflex.
Wow.
And the DC is 2 lower for the secondaries, so DC 29 for the others.
Okay. Well, that sucks. I will do their saves. big guys. Oh, he's got a crappy reflex save. 28. The rest of them are all going to be done as one roll.
Close, but not quite.
But they got a +1 for their reflexes. They got an 8. Okay, so you wiped out all of the rest of the Festrogs, and this dude drops. You got him too.
Sweet.
So the big guy is down. We will mark him as dead. Okay. Runehide can't really tell where that came from, but it's not his turn. It's dead.
That's dead.
It's dead.
That one's dead.
That one's dead. Okay.
Everybody's dead.
Yeah, pretty much. Now it's down to Darmus. Well, that lightning came ripping across the sky.
Okay, this is going to be, well, if I have to, you know what? I'm showing up. I got to improve grapple. I'm grabbing the dwarf. And I'm going to run. 60. Can't go quad, but so I just use my small arms, pick the little dwarf up, and run.
Okay.
He's trying to keep up with me. Well,
Oh yeah. So you do 120.
put me.
There's 60 more
No.
right there.
Okay, that would be it. 'Cause I already moved 60,
Okay.
and that would put me.
Right there. And I'll
back
put
in first.
Gojin right with you.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. Bodax, though, we weren't in range of your lightning bolt. We hadn't gotten that close to combat yet. One was, but since you targeted that guy, oh, was I in range? Maybe he does need to make a save.
Nope.
Nope, he's at 40. I was outside the range. It's more than he could bear. Okay, he moved up 20. They're just walking, man. They're not running. You don't need to run.
No.
No, we don't.
Oh.
We can walk into this.
Where's the
combat
party
zone.
token under my character?
It should be Gojin underneath your character, actually.
Okay, you just said party token over here. I'm looking under.
I don't know if I have a party token out there. If I do, it's a drop accidental.
Okay.
Okay.
That was my sword. I'm clicking on it. What the?
Kitty's turn. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Second verse, same as the first, except I'm not casting that. Am I running by anybody big?
No, you're not even close to combat. If you look, zoom out a little bit.
Am I running past anyone?
No, they ran past you. You could catch up with them and bring your Inspire with you.
Well, that's what I planned on doing. But
Okay.
if someone big ran past me, I'd stop them with Inspire Great.
Okay, so you want to do that to Tim?
Sure.
Okay. You move up here and you give him Inspire Greatness. There you go. Tim, you got Inspire Greatness.
Thank you. Let me Oh hell, I don't have that one. Okay.
Okay, that moves us on to round 3. Jolie. Oh, the horde's moved up. 20. And 20.
Okay, I'm going to. So it's one movement. And then 2, 3, 4. No, this could take a while. Not 5.
Okay. Don't see anything still.
Brute, confidence, aerobics, and weapons again.
9. Okay. Am I still seeing nothing?
Perception?
9.
Okay, he comes back up. With that perception, yes, you can see what looks like a figure moving this direction. Your religion makes these things kind of easy. That's a Bozak.
Where? Sorry?
Right here.
Ping it for me.
Straight to the north.
Ah, so this guy here. Okay.
Yeah, I might change my color so you guys can see me as a bright green. See if that helps. Does that help a little bit better?
Yeah, that's fine.
Bodaks normally have a death gaze. That means it causes energy drain. If they kill you with it, you rise as it. As a Bodak yourself.
Okay, I'll take a nice position behind.
You saw there's actually 3 of them with your perception check. You saw one there, one here, and one up here as well. Their backs are to you. They're moving up towards the commotion here. You also notice that in this building over here where there was the giant creature, you see it standing back up, and that part of its arm that busted off, you see it slither back over and reattach to the side of its body.
Right. So I can see this one here. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. You could shoot at it with a bow, too.
2 that were up here.
Yep.
I'm going to take some cover behind this.
Rubble? It
Yeah.
gives you partial, for sure.
I'm not going to do anything quite yet. I just want to stay out of his sight.
Oh, yeah, and as
if
tall as he is, you're probably not in that tall guy's line of sight due to the building.
Right.
Cool.
The tall guy's not my concern. This guy is at the moment, so I'm trying to hide from him. And
Okay.
let's see what he does. I'll also motion that there's 3 sort of down this alley, just to let everyone else behind me know.
Okay. You guys saw the hand signals of 3 and pointed down, or 4 and pointed down this way from Jolie. Everybody that's in the walkway back there. The only one that might not have seen it is Sorrel, because he's, well, you would have seen it flying most likely too, because he was making sure to let everybody see him.
Yep.
Okay. The reason.
That's the end of my go.
Okay, I'm going to actually have to step up to go after Runehide after he hit me so hard he made me stagger back and fall. But now I'm going to take my bite on him. Power attack bite. Oop. It bit a little too many people there because I had too many people targeted. There we go. But it's only Runehide. That bite does hit his armor class. Gives him 18 damage. Okay. Did his damage wrong. God dang it. I gotta stop editing inside there. There you go. Dang, there we go. Oh, roll. Okay, that's right. Did the math right this time. Okay. It's Runehide's turn. Okay, these things are standing back up. That means I can't beat them with a hammer. Yeah, I'm going to move. I don't want both of them on me. They're going to beat me down. So he'll do a withdraw. 50-50. Low is to the east. And high is to the west. He's going west for a withdraw. No, he'd have to go east because that would put him through 2 threatened areas. So he comes around the corner here. You see Runehide booking around the corner as these things are turning after standing back up to look at him. And he sees this guy here going, okay, that's not going to be fun. All right. That's Runehide. Empress. I have no clue which way he went. She's going to run up here. And that's her turn. Gojin, you're on the back of Darmus. So we'll pass you and wait for Sorrel. Sorrel's turn. You seen him standing back up.
That's not happy.
Yeah.
Well, I better clear a path for him.
Okay. You did see Ruinhide book.
Yep.
But he ran right into another group of creatures, those Bodaks.
We can do another chain lightning on these 3 Bodaks.
Ooh. Check you out. And I got to do the save again. I forget what that was. Again?
It is DC 31 reflex.
Ow.
And 29 for the secondary target.
Oh, yeah. They're not making that unless they get a 20. And then the last one. Okay, nope, they did not make it. And you did how much total again? 78. Ow. Damn. Well, they survived it. That hurt really bad. You guys are so virile.
I know.
It's my Lochnar.
I'm going to move up a little bit too.
%10 chance. No. 15. Close though. Ugh. Does any of the aerial people see those lightning bolts flashing over there? They do not. Okay. Darmus.
Oh. That's going to be. Yep. Go up. Right. Good. Going. So we're going to go up here.
Are you charging through the building?
No,
You did the
basically
move around?
coming
Okay,
up.
and around. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I went
easily
through
done.
here, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
No, if I was about to put it, I probably could charge through it, but no. I was
Alright.
carrying a door.
Just checking. Okay. Bodak's turn. We don't notice you guys. We're interested in this dude up here. And we are going to try to do our power on him. That's... Man, that lightning bolt was tough too, dude. I'm just saying.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're here all week, right?
You're all day, maybe. I don't think I would be in this town all week.
Can't say as I blame you. Okay. Runehide, let's see if I get him. He's got to do the save. Did he make it? Obviously, it's a fortitude save. Yeah, he made it. Okay, the other Bodak tries it as well. Once they're done trying these, they don't get to try them on him again for a day. You got to move into melee. He made that one too. And I got one more right here. Just got to make it for that one too. Ooh, that one he did not make. I do 1 to 4 negative levels on him. He took 3. Yeah, that sucks. Okay. That's Runehide. That's the Bodax. Kitty, your turn. Keeping up with everybody? Okay. Okay. I want to clear these guys because they're the ones that keep seeming to give me problems. I know to do them at the end of the turn. It had so many Festrogs in here because of me doing that. I think that's what keeps crashing my screen. So give me just a moment, everybody, while I move all these Festrogs. I think it's got a limit to an unwritten limit of how many Festrogs it can have, or how many creatures it can have in a combat scenario. I think when I pushed it to 25, it went a little rough. Okay, there we go. There we go. And round 4. Jolie, your turn. Where's Runehide?
Okay. Making sure this guy can't see me. Going to make a stealth check.
Yes, please do.
So I should have said making sure this guy can't see me.
Yep, the one in the building. He hasn't come out and moved at all. And then after your stealth check, are you doing anything else? So that's a move action.
Yes. Oh, stealth check is a move action. Okay.
Well, you can snipe. You can do the snipe if you wanted to as well. Where you stealth
Yeah.
shoot and then you get your stealth roll again, but it's at a negative 40.
Well, I wasn't planning on shooting him. I was planning on shooting this one up here.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
because in fact, if it's a standard action to do the stealth I want to do, can I not do that and instead just shoot him with everything I've got?
Yeah. You could just
Nice.
you can just give him a full round.
Okay. As a quick action, I will use a mythic point to bring up my arcane weapons, and it will be for holy on all my weapons.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shoot him in the back with a lot of arrows.
Shoot away. Swing, Meryl, swing.
Definitely. Will I also get my backstab? Not backstab. Sneak attack.
It's not flanked
On
by
it.
anybody, so I wouldn't think so. Well, wait, I would have to see you with a perception, and I don't, so you do get it. Absolutely.
Okay.
Do you have
After-
something that gives you sneak at that distance?
Yes, I've got sniper goggles.
And you're at 85 foot from him. Do they still count? Normally sneaks within
Yes.
30 foot or 60. Yeah, 30 foot. Okay.
Yeah, but the sneaker goggles mean you can shoot anyone at any range. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Out of ammunition. Why am I out of ammunition?
You don't have to. Yeah, I don't know why it would say that. It's being weird like that. It should have an override for it. Let me
I'm not
double
sure
check
where
your
that
character.
is.
Let me
Yeah.
double check your inventory here real quick. Let me look at your compound bow. Sometimes the items come in and they have a thing that says requires ammunition.
Right.
Let me
Okay,
read that real
no
quick,
problem.
and I'll do that. Replace it and make sure it doesn't do that. Work. Oh. And you're firing the composite bow?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see now.
So what's going on?
We're trying to understand. Right now, I'm trying to fix his bow. For some reason, it's saying that he's out of ammunition. And it's not letting it. Yeah, it's just a quirky thing this thing does every once in a while. And I'm trying to see where it's got it listed at for that. Yeah, it's not showing as needing any ammunition, so. Oh,
I'll
lovely.
try again and see whether it works.
Let me see
Okay.
something real quick here. Yeah, I do a different longbow. And then just manually add the strength. Maybe it's something to do with that. Yeah, because it's not showing any charges. Oh, I love it when this thing doesn't like to work for well. It's reminding me of roll 20 more and more every day. See if the longbow does the same. Sorry it's taking so long, everyone. Sometimes the system just doesn't like to be friendly. And now it added to a lovely.
Let me know when you want me to try again.
Yeah, just a second here. Have we tried turning it on and off again? Serious, man. Cue the IT crowd sometimes on these games.
Yeah.
But you have to turn it off.
I haven't got the hair to be, what's the name out of it?
I wished I had it. Oh my, that's a do.
That's actually his normal hair. Even when he goes on interviews and stuff like that, he's got hair like that.
Oh, I
It
know.
hasn't
I've seen some
changed
of his
since
other shows. They're really cool too. Okay, I tried putting just a regular longbow in there. Let me see if that'll fire for you if we ever waste your time.
Okay.
Let's see if it shoots any bow. No, it's saying out of ammo. For some oddball reason.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's an ignore ammo. Yeah, okay. That's really sucking.
Let me try shooting a single arrow.
Yeah, I
Let's
tried
see
that
what
too. It
happens
didn't
there.
seem to work.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's no reason why you even have ammunition, it says. Let me just make you an attack. I'm just gonna make a ranged attack. It'll look like a bag on your sheet called bow.
Okay.
We'll do that real quick, and that'll let us just get this moving forward so we're not stuck here. Because whatever their prefab is, the system's having problems with today. I don't want to know why, but it just is. This is a ranged weapon attack. 20. There we go. It's got strength. Your damage formula. You do 1d6 per arrow, or what do you do per arrow?
1d8
1d8
plus,
plus your strength.
plus within 6. Is he within? No, he isn't. So.
No.
Yes, plus another 2d6 for the unholy and 2d6 for the backstab.
Okay.
I don't know about anyone
This
else.
was a
I
long
prefer
time.
the.
Alright, let's see if this one works. This should do it. Make sure it's on your quick bar. Yep, there we go. Okay. Let me see if this thing works for you real quick. It should be the only bag up there that says bow. There was a bow attack. Let me double check this one. Okay. Sorry it's taking so long, guys. It's just being a pain. They do this.
Hey, no worries.
Welcome to the DM's world. There's a reason I was looking at this the other day, guys. I'm at 349 hours already for crafting in this game. And in case you guys didn't know, there's actually a list of it. I found out what it didn't do.
Wow.
That's too much sometimes, I think.
I think at maybe 400 you should get like a medal.
I think I should too.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. I totally think that too. So 1 second here. Okay, let me see if I fixed it for you real quick. I'll do a practice hit on him and make sure I fix this for you. We'll do full attack. There you go. I got it running for you. It looks like a 20-sided dice at the top of your order in your quick bar underneath your character.
Okay.
And then I'll look into what's going on with these weapons. It's probably something in the last patch they did.
Okay, no problem. Let's give it a try.
There we go. Is that right? I did the piercing. The damage type is the holy.
Yes, and obviously the backstab.
Yep. And it should add up to the total there. You easily annihilate this guy with your first 2 shots. He's down.
Oh, can I then exchange the rest of the shots for the guy up here?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah, I'll hit him with the rest of the shots.
Now you're focusing primarily on the 3 in this alleyway, right?
Yes.
Okay, your second shot takes this guy out, and he's down, and that leaves you some for this guy, and your final shot takes this dude out. So you take all 3 of these guys out, okay? And that you still have your rapid shot and the haste shot left. Where would you like them to go?
Just so you know, I'm doing the rapid shot because I've got mythic rapid shot. Yeah. So until I deal with the bow problem, I'm sort of stacking the haste as the extra hit.
Oh yeah, that's fine. No. Where would you like the other 2 shots to go?
Who else can I see?
The guy in the house that's by you, and the tall guy that's up on your upper left-hand side.
This guy.
Yep. You can put the last 2 in him.
Yep.
They both hit him, and you might have taken him out. That was pretty good. Nope, you hurt him really badly, though. Wow, nice damage. Okay.
Also, it keeps telling me I lack permission to use the token. Is that because I'm pressing on something?
Same to me.
Mine's flashed that too.
Yeah. Just to let you know.
Wow.
I guess it doesn't influence anything.
No.
It's not.
Fight itself, or
I'm gonna say it's just the game acting weird, and we're almost at the end of the session anyhow. So this is we can leave it with Runehide running back down here on his turn. That was Jolie's. This creature's only got a 20 move, but he's breaking through the building. So he's going to go over to there. Boom. That's not within range of Runehide. This one's only got a 20 move, and he's going to do the same on his turn. And Runehide is, since these guys are dead, man, I'm booking my ass all the way down around here, guys. He's going around the corner of the building, and he's going to end right here by Darmus. Awesome, you're alive! Don't waste touching me. You see he's raging. Don't touch me. Don't touch me, dude. And at that, guys, let's leave it at Runehide's turn and call the session here because we're having some problems with the interface. And instead of us trying to struggle the next 15 minutes, we can just say we'll pick it up in at this part of the fight. See if you guys run or stay. Okay?
Okay. I just have
Go ahead.
thing to say.
Yeah.
This guy down here, he was the first I was shooting.
Oh, okay. Then you would have killed all of those and that guy too, because he didn't have enough hit points to take all of it.
Oh, okay.
They only had a little over 60 hit points, and you managed to do that a couple times over. So.
Okay. Cool.
And the guys up here got hit with part of the lightning bolt from Chandler, and that left them with less than 3 hit points each. You nearly had them, dude. 3 more hit points, and they would have all dropped. That would have been freaking awesome, but it didn't turn out that way.
Close. Yeah, that's all right.
Sorry for the frustrations on it. Glad we could get the group back together like this. I thought about it being a little bit longer for you guys to meet up, but I wanted to kind of plow through the time so everybody got a chance to play versus people sitting for months, or another session or two. So
give us time to work on make a list of what we want to try and get created, crafted.
Yeah. And you still have that time. So understand, up until finding Runehide, which was in August of the following year, Sorrel had 14 months. So everybody had about 6 months, except for Kitty. She had 3 months of any time you needed to craft. Anything you needed to craft. And with Sorrel having money, he can now tell you what that amount is in chat. And you guys can talk about crafting some things over that period of time. Runehide will not be looking at crafting anything since he's the last one and he doesn't really have any time right now. So everybody else has months to get crafting done. With Gojin can help do some crafting, smithing wise. Otherwise, I'm not sure who else, but Kitty can emulate some professions as well. So that helps too. Okay?
Does that include magic stuff?
Oh yeah, a few party members do have craft magic item. So So I think Darmus has craft magic items. I'm not sure if Kitty does.
Do Wondrous.
And I'm not sure if Sorrel does.
No, I
It
don't.
was me and Ikawa that did all the crafting.
Okay.
Wondrous, he did armor and weapons.
Oh, I got it.
Is that Azik or Gojin?
Azik.
Well, you can't help but make nothing. You're in imprisonment.
You make wondrous, rods, staves.
Okay. Cool,
we
cool.
cut the time in half, 2 of us.
And to make your items, it's only, a fraction, half the price versus going and buying them. So, and really you're looking at carryover items. Now, Sorrel and Darmus are looking at total replacements, whereas the rest of the party are just waiting to get to Azik to get their gear back. So they're looking at temporaries. So, cool. Well, thanks everybody for playing. I appreciate it. Sorry we had some snafus.
Thank you.